Good evening everybody. I hope you're doing fine on this lovely Sunday evening. The clocks have changed here in the EU, so we are back with everyone else now on regular time. Let's swap on over and pop my audio on. Good evening Snackham, Maester Una, Stevie B and Mushy the Goblin and the dude no one likes and Andalieth. Good evening all, I hope you're having a lovely Sunday so far. I hope you've had a lovely weekend of gold making, hopefully, and made use of the 100% XP boost and got yourselves lots and lots of levels, or progressed your characters, or earned some gold, whatever entices you in the world of Azeroth. Good evening to you, and Mr. Weekout, thank you very much for stopping by, and Kedri, and Kirloth EN, thank you all for stopping by, and Nutek TTV, thank you very much, coming straight in there with your Prime. Welcome on board. Thank you very much for showing support. I see lots of emotes for you. Thank you very much indeed. Super duper appreciated. So we're going to have an evening of gold making. We're going to go through, we'll check on the gold levels for all of my characters, and we'll have a look. And when the Wowhead blog goes live, we'll have a little talk about that. There's lots of interesting stuff to talk about. We've got the new personal loot changes to Legion coming up next week, which is going to be very interesting. We also have a couple of really interesting posts, one from Billis on Twitter and one from a really nice Reddit post talking about lessons learned whilst gold making. And then we've also got the comp stomp coming up next week as well. Absolutely loads of stuff to look forward to in Azeroth, so plenty to keep us busy. Anytime great as well. It's very kind of you to stop by, Nutek. It's very kind of you. Should use that 100% bonus. Really should use that 100% bonus stuff, but only classes you don't have is a mage one and a druid, but really can't be bothered leveling. That's fair enough. Good evening, Annette and Andy. Yes, I've started with El Morte, leveling through my Death Knight, and it goes so fast. I'm already at level 96, and I only barely played for half an hour, so it's really, really good leveling. Someone bought a copper rod for me on the auction house for almost 470 gold. Oh, brilliant, Kill-Off. That's a nice little boost in sales, certainly. And Silent Mouse, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. You completely missed that sigh of relief at the end of the Mythic. Oh, yes, Mushy, yeah. That was quite intense after a while, but I thought it made a good summary on Twitter, certainly. I didn't realise you got such a good item at the end of it. What was it, 460, 470? Good evening, Tristan Rose. Hope you're doing well. And Ogarath, good evening to you too. Let's have a quick check. I'll keep an eye on the Wowhead blog, see if it does pop up. Oh, well, it is. Excellent. I've just had the nod that it's up, so let's go have a look at that first and foremost. Let's go have, where are we, on the news, and we'll pop over here. There we go. Right, okay, let me sort this out and do the command first, and then we'll have a look. Commands, Wowhead, edit, and then change that. I could probably do with some nice, more pleasant sounding background music. Actually, it's quite sinister here. Wowhead blog's here, submit that, and then come right over. Hold on, let's do that. Where is that? That's there. And check the command, that should work. Wowhead, no, that's spelt wrong. There we go, should get that about right. Wowhead should give us episode 118. I can't believe I've been doing it for this long already. Time really flies past. Let me just move this one over and scroll this across. Then do with making that window bigger, and that one. Doing well, 40k gold in sales yesterday, and you only leveled your Death Knight. Oh, fantastic. And Big Led Small PP, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Your 15k from the 2 mil mark. Oh, very nice, Rose. You're going through that rapidly. It won't be too long at all before you get that. So, things we have tonight. So, on the Wowhead blog, lots of interesting stuff here from this week. Obviously, the legacy loot rules coming to Legion, going to be very interesting. Metcalf, thank you for joining us. So this was quite a surprise announcement. I wasn't expecting this one from Blizzard, because normally this comes when the next expansion is out, and the power ratio between sort of your character and like the dungeons like 20 levels below. So this would be sort of like different if you were you're so much more powerful, let's say level 121 going back to Legion, obviously with the whole different things going through with the level squish and everything else like that. It won't be actually level 121, but they're going to change this, so the legacy loot rules coming to Legion, which means that basically dungeons and many of the lower difficulty raid bosses in Legion are already soloable, so they're basically opening it out so that everyone has, enabling legacy loot rules in Legion and dungeons, which basically means previously you drop a fixed quality of class agnostic loot. Today, if you enter Emerald Nightmare on Mythic difficulty and kill 9 other, it's unlikely you'll receive any loot, since drop rates normally scale to the number of players. After this change, they will always drop 5 items from the loot table, regardless of group size. So this is going to be absolutely fantastic for people doing transmog runs. I know Kuhn will be very happy about this one. And also there's options here for raw gold as well. Torg has arrived. Good evening, Torgman. Hope you're doing well. Are we early today? Well, because the clocks have gone forward here in the UK, so we've caught up with America now. So all our clocks should be on the right sort of time now, hopefully. I know it's a bit confusing when EU changes at a different time to US. Kanius, you decided to expand realm, made 20k on a new realm, and no character above 90. That's a nice accomplishment, definitely. Does that mean you can go inside Legion raids and face roll stuff? Not necessarily, because you don't have that power difference at the moment. Things are still going to be difficult, so it's going to be interesting, certainly. Jump. Yeah, must forget actually. I'll go. Whoops. I need to just make sure I have jumped. There we go. I'll fly instead. There we go. Oh, that's going to be too distracting, flapping behind. Hold on. Let me just land again. There we go. That's better. Just want to make sure that that's still working in the background. There we go. Adriana, good evening to you. And Lizelle. You never sell them. That was for the... what's your top 3 farming classes? Megan says. I would say Druid would be up there. Demon Hunter for mobility, definitely. And then anything that has a decent amount of AoE abilities. I mean, Warlocks are quite good for their portal ability. Anything like that is quite useful. But Druid is definitely up there. And Monk as well, definitely. Does EU have daylight savings time? We do. We're now into summertime, yes, as Mushy said. So all our clocks have gone forward as of last night. Monk, and let me see. Monks, I think. Exactly. Yes, it was last night, so apologies for the confusion if it seems like I'm on a slightly different time. So we were talking about this and the potential loot gains we're going to get from this, which will be great for collecting up all the things that we didn't get in Legion. Comnet has come through and just talks about the raw gold potential with this change. Obviously this is all speculation at this point. It'll be very interesting to see what kind of dungeons do come out as maybe a decent one to run for some raw gold and perhaps some nice BOEs or things like that. Monks have an instant AoE, the spinning one, yeah, and they're fast, and they also have the ability to be able to portal out of a dungeon and quickly get back into it as well, don't they? Mimi, geez, thank you very much for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to bring back those players that kind of like want to revitalise stuff. Maybe they feel like a lot of the 8.3 content is maybe a bit stale for them now and want to do something different. This opens up opportunities, which is always nice to see. So I think Blizzard are making a really concerted effort to try and sort of give players a lot of choice and keep their interest going, especially in these difficult times where everyone's locked down at home. So it's very nice of them, and I think this will be a very interesting aspect of the game that people can jump into, as well as all the countless other things we can do in the game at the moment. Will not be that fast. Yeah, I don't know exactly how fast it would be. I mean, I'm not a big dungeon runner, as you know, but those that do, I'll be very interested to see what the reports are as to how fast it is to go through all those Legion dungeons. Yeah, I did think Warlocks would be quite a decent one, with the AoE and their portal ability, and then obviously having a pet as well will make things easier. Well, I personally, Yalian, I think it is an awesome game at the moment. So obviously, your mileage may vary depending on what you enjoy doing in the game. But I find there's so much I would like to do in the game and have so little time to be able to do it all. So I have to pick the most enjoyable starts for me, certainly. Warlocks are worst. That's a very different, very different typo, Metkit. I've never played a Warlock. I'd love to try one, certainly. You have more to do than time to do it. You're loving WoW at the moment. Exactly. I'm the same way as you, Rose. Definitely. Aside from raiding, you find nothing else that you enjoy in WoW. Exactly. And so, in your position, I can imagine your perspective would be very different, because if raiding's the thing you do, and we've had the last raid, then it's very difficult to think about what else would motivate you in the game. I can understand your plight, certainly. Starting on a blank server, I feel you have to level a druid first to start making gold, but you wouldn't want to main it. I can understand that, because druids are so versatile, but if it's not a character you do love playing, then that's the dilemma indeed. It's very much about the travel time between packs and bosses. Alright. So little instacast abilities and AoE abilities requires soul shards. Oh, right, okay, Metcat, that does make sense, certainly. Want to thank you and everyone else in your streams. You learned so much about gold making, so many other things. Excited to have 4.9 million gold towards your Brutal, you can hardly wait. Oh, that's absolutely brilliant news, Lizelle. I wish you all the best on that last 100,000. That's so tantalisingly close. We'll put some in some early Brutasaurs for you, just in case. There we go. Happy is coming in with 7 months in a row. That's absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. Good evening to you. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for your support, Happiest. It's very, very kind of you. I see lots of emotes for you. Thank you very much indeed. I like the cheering ones there, the power-up ones. That's nice. Came to say the same. Good evening, everyone. Oh, Playbender, thank you very much for stopping by as well. Good luck with you as well. You're so close by the sounds of it. Spirit Wolf, good evening to you. Lots and lots of people in here. So close. I mean, the question then comes, are you going to buy the Brutasaur as soon as you get the money, or are you going to wait? Speaking of someone who waited, Ash X on Reddit posted a very interesting post on the things I learned on my journey to the Long Boy, and what they talked about was a very informative post, which I've quoted here as the main bulk of it, as the different sort of Ash's rules to gold making, and I can relate to a lot of these. And then the number one rule is do what's fun. If you hate doing it, you're not going to do it, no matter how lucrative it may be, and that is absolutely essential, I think, to anything. Nepthi and Luchalore, thank you very much for the follows. Hope you're doing well. How's life in the neighbourhood, Sam? It's doing all right, thank you, Playbender. I had lots of fun with my family this weekend. Spent a little bit of time in the garden before it started hailing and then snowing on me this afternoon. So we all went indoors instead, and I played a game of Risk with my children, which was absolutely great fun. You're only 4.6 million away from buying the Brutasaur. Not far to go. Wow, that's fantastic. You're going to wait, are you, Lizelle? Yeah. You waited a bit until you had 200k more to continue making gold. I must admit, I bought mine straight away. I didn't wait at all. But But then I figured I had enough stock on the auction house that the money would just keep rolling through anyway, because I was doing professions, I wasn't flipping. So I thought that was all right. Quarantine helps the gold making. It certainly does. We've got a lot more time to be able to have a second screen up and be able to sort of craft braces and relist things as much as we need to. You told yourself you'd save up at least an extra million before buying the Longboy, and you couldn't do it. You had about 20k left on the server after buying it. I don't blame you, definitely. But you had tons of mats, so you made about 20 to 30k the same day. Yeah, I think once you've got that whole big auction house ball rolling, it's unless you actually physically stop, it's very hard to stop the gold coming through, basically. Few retailers all right. The sun is shining in Dublin. Oh, fantastic! It was shining here earlier, but we did get rain and snow later, so it's a bit of a shame. You can, for me, retail is all right. You can play and enjoy it, but Classic WoW has been a much larger pull for you, probably because of the lovely guild you ended up in. Oh, definitely, friends definitely help. 39 lunatics, semi-casual raids. It's wonderful. That does sound like a lot of fun. If you can find a good group of people to play with, then that makes all the difference, certainly. You're up to about 300k now, but you kind of took a break. I think that's fair enough. I mean, the saving up for the Longboy is such a long investment that to stop afterwards and just sort of take stock and do something different is definitely worthwhile doing. Otherwise, you might get burnt out. Really can't see anything that tops it. Perhaps auction house, bank, and mail account. Yeah, that would be nice. Definitely. I've mentioned this before. I would like them to introduce carpentry, and I would like to make my own wagon to go on the back of my Brutosaur, and that wagon will have the bank and the guild bank on it. And then I want a little extra pogo stick or something like that can be a mailbox. A good guild makes the game way better. Definitely. If you're into that kind of socialising in World of Warcraft, then definitely yes. Scrapping out on one account, making braces on account 2 sounds like a good idea, Bone Arrow. And Grodex, first time here, do I talk about flipping and stuff and the like over here? It's not something that I personally know a lot about it, and also thank you for the follow. But there are plenty of people in the chat that do that, so if you do want to talk about it, feel free to discuss it in the chat. I tend to focus on, we talk about flipping a little bit of commodities a bit later on in the Wowhead blog, but for me, I tend to focus on the professions themselves rather than flipping. Discovered me a week ago, watched all my TSM guides and all my alchemy guides. Thanks for everything you learned. Well, you're more than welcome. If you do have any more questions, please do shout them out in chat. You want cards for your Brutosaur, so you never have to re-enter society. Well, kind of. I like the fact that I can just travel. I could be a travelling market of everything, and I could just wander around Azeroth with my sort of entourage. That sounds like a lot of fun. Whilst I obviously carry on and quest and things like that. So getting back to this Wowhead article and the lessons on the journey to the Longboy. So first number rule was do what makes it. Number one rule, do what's fun. And then obviously time is, as we always say, time is money, friend. So basically do what's going to be more sort of like time effective for you. Hedging your bets is a bit like diversity, but basically sort of spreading yourself around several different things. So rather than just concentrate on one profession, do several professions, so that should one profession start to decline, then you can do another. It would fit my guild name, definitely. Yeah, it would fit Trader Joe, certainly. And Elisem, thank you very much for the follow as well. Only downside with the Bruto that you would like to update the vendor on the side when Shadowlands come, since many of the mats won't be as useful. I wonder if they'll do that. I wonder if they'll change it to be the latest mats, or you will be stuck with the existing ones. It would be nice to have one that's more current, certainly. Maybe that's an add-on we can do. Develop a routine and stick to it, but don't feel bound to it. It's obviously nice to get into a routine, and the more you do that, you'll become a lot quicker at doing it. And as I said, time is money. And diversity, don't depend on just one thing for your empire. So basically just spread across several professions, and listen to other goblins and know when to ignore them as well. Do what works for you. There's no one that's going to really tell you how to play the game. Obviously, a lot of people would like to share their advice, and I find the gold making community to be one of the most supportive ones out there that I've encountered so far. So ignore Samadan. Exactly. Is basically make your own judgments and decide for yourself whether it's going to work for you. It's a really, really informative post, and congratulations on Ash for reaching your goal. I thought that was absolutely amazing and a nice write-up, so thank you for that one. The next gold milestone, a 3 million vendor update. It could be you'd pay 2 million to have Pandaren vendors instead of Tortollan. That's a nice idea, actually. Maybe you could do one for each expansion that has a specific set. Maybe that would expand onto our wagon idea. We have an extra wagon that's got the bank and everything on it, and maybe we can have like a pack mule or something else that's got the extra vendors from all the different expansions, and you can maybe have a train of 6 of them behind your wagon. Something like that would be good. But then you'd be a total, complete train of markets. It would be good fun, though. Is the Longboy really worth a 5 million gold investment? I mean, it's a lot of money. And if you would feel that money would be better spent on either game time or other accounts or doing something else with the Battle.net balance, like buying other games or Hearthstone cards, then that's totally your choice. For me personally, I got the Longboy mount simply for the convenience of it, and because I really like dinosaurs, and I thought it was just a fantastically designed mount that I set my sights for. I wanted to get it. You want to get the Longboy, but you're only at 1 million. Alchemy isn't the best profession, it seems. Yeah, it can depend on your servers. Alchemy's doing very well for me, but I do have to reinvest quite a lot to get a return on that. So I would suggest maybe diversify, see if you can get some other characters up as well, and then see what happens from there. Try following guides like this one and see what other avenues you can explore. Want to buy a socially distant high five, 100 gold, please send tell. Thank you, Kaidar, for the cheer. That's extremely kind of you. Yeah, as RMC says, alchemy does work. I find alchemy works very well for me on Shadow Song here, but it can be very server dependent, and depends how much competition you have, definitely. And blacksmithing's another one. I'd like to get into that profession. That's why I'm going to level up Al Morte, get blacksmithing. I may be a bit late on the party on that one, but definitely. It works for you, but you have to babysit it, definitely. So the next post was another interesting one. It came from a tweet of Billis Anixia. If you don't follow Billis, I would highly recommend it. A very, very informative post, both on Reddit and on Twitter. And they came up with a nice summary of basically, does commodities flipping still work, even without using what we used to call pretty stacking back in the day, sort of matching stack size and making things higher, but by simply buying things slightly below market price and putting them on for hire. And there's a whole list of lots of different things that they put on, everything, sand shifters, Leviathan's Eye, some vendor stuff here, ember silk cloth, all the different commodities basically. The rule was, basically they started with, what was it up at the top here? Started with 100,000 gold on a new realm, and then in 30 days was able to get at least, currently on 62,000 liquid gold, but the value of what they still have in their inventory is, at worst case 457, but best case it's more like actually about 800,000. And so all of the stuff here, the total value of the items there is 460,000, but the combined value is 870 value. So the top 40 items here, well worth having a look at. Maybe you can turn a few profits here, because things like here, the 100-year soy sauce, buying it for 37 silver, selling it for 4,750. That's absolutely amazing. A lot of these things I haven't actually heard of. King's Amber I had heard of. That's a small increase there, 242 up to 298. I bought that myself from time to time. But it just goes to show that just simply flipping basic commodities, especially old world commodities, you can get some decent sales from that and obviously make some gold. So highly recommend checking out that list. They're all on the tweet there. And if you want the actual TSM groups and operations, Billis does have a Patreon where they share all of their TSM profiles. So if you are interested in some really sort of like high-end profiles, then I'd highly recommend going there. Billis' Flip is good, you know him since Mop. Yeah, been a long time gold maker that does a lot of stuff for the community. So highly recommended. Does TSM have an option to track a corruption in the auction house? I'm not sure actually, Grondex. I haven't really sort of followed the whole corruption side of things at this stage. I would say just have a look and see what kind of things come up, but I don't think it particularly does off my first thought of it. I don't remember anyone saying that it does. Do I know Silent Thunder? It doesn't ring any bells, Medcat. Do you suggest when starting on a new server to get some starting gold? Does that mean what do I suggest? It depends if you've got a 120 or not. My thought would be to get to 120 as soon as possible. Doing world quests and the emissaries for 2,000 gold is always a nice one. They did YouTube videos ages ago, like ages. Oh, right. No, I'm not familiar with that one, Will. That was probably, I mean, obviously I wasn't really into gold making and certainly not YouTube way back then. I did a little bit. What did I use in Wrath of the Lich King? It was an Auctionator, I think. No, I think it was Auctionator I used. Or Auctioneer, one of the two. I can't remember exactly. One of the two. I was the only person that who thought people TSM like the same as you. Oh, right, really? I'll have to go and see if I can find out some old videos of theirs. Pashas, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. England's looking, with the virus, it's looking fairly bleak. It's all very quiet, though. I've been in my house for literally the last week. I went out last Thursday night to do some food shopping, and that was it. I've gone for a couple of walks outside, but it's been incredibly quiet. I just concentrated on working from home and enjoying World of Warcraft. We managed to get a couple of extra streams in last week, which was really nice. So I did another one on Tuesday evening, and I did one on Friday evening. So if things continue like this, I'll hopefully be able to get some more streams in the evenings as well for you during the week. Which is for Catholics. Our Catholics like the emotes there, like the salutes. Good evening to you. You're an Englishman living in Chicago and you've been in quarantine since March the 21st. Wow, that's a long time. How are you holding up there? Hope everything is okay. You've not seen that type of tracking. Okay, thank you, Silent Mars, for answering that one. So the last thing I was talking about in this week's Wowhead blog was obviously Comp Stomp is coming out this week. So if you are looking for Marks of Honour for either the PvP old sets, if you want to collect those, or if you want to get any more uncanny rank 2 and 3s, Marks of Honour is the way to go. Every level 120 character you have, you can get an easy sort of 5 to 8 Marks of Honour for that week. So you can easily rack them up if you've got a number of 120s. So I definitely recommend it if you're in the market for them. I think I've still got a few I need to get for my leatherworking, I think it is. And obviously Inscription now might need some Marks of Honour for that. The other thing is when I get a blacksmith up to level 120, then I've got that whole lot. So I'm going to need to save up some Marks of Honour for that as well. You're going to start at level 1. So it'd be smarter to get a token. So would it be smarter to get a token to farm while leveling, which will slow down the leveling, but but you need gold for flying and such. I think in today's day and age, simply if you got a couple of gathering professions as you went and sold all the old world herbs and ore as you went through and leveled, I'm sure you could probably make a decent amount of gold that way, at least to pay for your flying at the start of things. And then once you got higher level, then I think the gold will come quite rapidly after that. So I certainly wouldn't consider a token myself. Maybe a good idea to stock up some ranks for marks of Shadowlands. Didn't know they'll be needed. Additional ranks crafting recipes. Yeah, that's another good idea actually, Blingstrong. We don't know what the marks will be used for in the future. Although I've got a feeling that it's here to stay, as it's been used so much in this expansion, certainly. We don't know it'll be the same in Shadowlands. Better to wait to Alpha Beta to make sure. Yeah, you don't like spending IRL money on WoW, so that makes perfect sense, certainly. So that was the Wowhead blog. Covered a whole load of interesting topics here, which I highly recommend to read and go through. So the link for that is down here. If you do have any comments or feedback, please do let me know, either on the Wowhead comments itself, or you can contact me through my Discord or Twitter or any of my usual channels. So hopefully you found that useful, and if there's anything you would like to see, let me know. We'll carry on from there, and then we'll go through after this. Let me just close that down, that'll be easier. What we'll do now is we'll go through and check my gold on everything. That's the next thing. So last time we left Samadan, he had his pancake, and we did all the sort of like the starting quest stuff. Beware your pancake, exactly. Oh my god, math. Or Pringle. Yeah, I think Pringle's quite good. Although the weird part is once it inflates, it goes into a balloon more than anything else. So it's a definite strange one. Anger12, thank you very much for the follow. I guess we're probably better off heading off to Dalaran. We'll check my gold for the week, and then we'll go on and check through my other characters. I love the priest class on one. Yeah, it's one of my... I really enjoy it. I haven't got... Although the monk one is really nice. If I had a monk, I'd definitely be getting that one. Alright, let's head on over to my favourite mailbox area. Aura Warrior, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. So let's start with a little bit of mailbox opening, see where things stand today. Your monk mount says you're fat sometimes. Does it really? That's a little impolite of it. What have we got in the mail? We have some expires we need to deal with. We have a whole lot of junk we need to deal with as well. Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff here, so let's deal with the expires first. Get this off and back on again. Go through all of that. Let me sell that junk as well whilst I'm here. Wait for this to fill up. You might want to cut down on the mana buns, Grandmaster. Is that what it says? That's brilliant. Small price to pay for the extra buff duration passive. Oh, is that what it does as well? That does sound good. Sell trash. Didn't quite get all of it there. Let's try that again. I'll do those manually. There we go. And we've got a fair amount of stuff still here, so no, that's done. That's done. Get the ink expires. We'll deal with that. And Biz, how are you? How long have I been in quarantine? So, how long do we have? I've been working from home since Wednesday the week last, so a week and a half I've been working from home. But yeah, as Will said, it's been about 2 weeks overall. Right, I've got a load of stuff here that I could probably do with cancelling as well. Let's take those off. Everything's about to expire, so I'll take everything off. Currently sitting at 649,000 gold. Hey Jin, how are you? I had a lovely weekend, thank you very much. Raid night, sadly, so can't watch too much, at least with sound, but enjoy your night. Oh, thank you Jim for stopping by. I did see your post on Discord about the tie spray, but sadly wasn't at the computer to be able to capitalise on it. I was playing Risk instead. You're also raiding as well, are you, Mushy? It's raid night, it seems. Definitely. You check your Google Doc, you made 1 million gold since the 10th of March. That's really nice. That's really nice indeed. You love Risk, not played in ages. No, it's been a long, long time since I played it. I've got the 40th anniversary collector's edition, so it's got the proper metal figures rather than the plastic ones, and it feels really satisfying, like moving them around. You're just going to craft 60 flasks, but instead divide the amount, multiply the result with 300 flasks with a 0.37 sale rate. Ouch, Silent Mouse. Hopefully you'll be able to shift them eventually. I've got to watch out for things like this red linen vest going up very high, because that's how I got my other sale. So I'm not necessarily wanting to sell for that much, but I'll keep it up for now. We'll see what happens. They will sell, even though it's water flasks. Yeah, eventually, hopefully, you'll be able to shift them. Oh, I didn't realise I had a load of Mondasian Cold Tiramisu here. That's probably... I need to make some bountiful captain's feasts out of those. Looking at that, so before I post those on, let me have a look at this. I will run a post scan and I'll try and make sure I skip those ones. Shadow Weave Mask coming down at 765, that's cheap. They haven't sold in a while, but 765 is, it cost me 192 to make, so that's a definite big drop in price. I guess someone's trying to shift some stock on those. I haven't sold one in a long, long time. I've got 3 on the auction house. Number of expires, yeah, last sold 142 days ago. That was a long time ago. Last time I sold a Shadow Weave Mask, so that would explain why people are trying to drop the price on those. But that's fine, I can let that run through. It's still a profit. I mean, gone are the days when I sold one for 42,000. That's no longer going to happen. We'll go through all of this. We'll check all of this lot on. So question on the tie spray on your server went up to 4 gold, but you bought it for under 2. Should you shuffle it or just sell the tie spray for double profit? I guess it completely depends on your inclination between what you want to do, whether you really want to and can stomach the shuffle, and also what kind of sale rate your enchants have got. Here I should call you Samadan now. Hey Sensors, how are you? Yes, did you hear about my bag sale? We'll go through that in a moment. And Cassette Tape, good evening to you. I'm trying to contact the person who bought it and see if I can give them their money back. I haven't heard anything yet from them, so if it comes down to it, I will give them the money back if I can contact them again. I'll have to try and get them to post something on for the same sort of price on the Horde side, and I'll buy it off them. Is there any way to add sale rate into TSM crafting operations? I think you can stop craft, but what I tend to do is, rather than add it in as part of the crafting operation, is I split my groups into chunks of sale rate. So the ones that sell have a higher sale rate I keep in one group, and then I give a higher crafting operation to those. Like, say, for example, in chance, I give the good sellers a craft operation of 10 of each, whereas the things that don't sell so frequently and have a sale rate less, I give them a crafting operation, say 5 of each or something like that. Yeah, it was about 189,000. We'll have a look at my mailbox in a moment once I go through it. Oh, I forgot I posted on those things. I meant to actually cancel those. Oh well. We'll carry on for the moment. Let's go through the rest of my expires. We'll finish all of this off and we'll go through the mail for the week. It's going to be a large mailbox for Samadan, that's for sure. That's all of that. 107 in the mail. we'll go through the rest of this lot. You got your 5 Volpera monks to garrison level last night. Last 4 of 50 now. I think you'll level them together so you get the most the rested XP. That's a good idea. Just alternate between each one of them and get the rested XP as you go through. I should do that with my other characters really, rather than just trying to level 1. But I really would like to get El Morty up to 120 first. It's very tempting. Right, so mailbox time. I think I've got everything off. Yep. So 107 in the mail for the week. 339,000 gold for the first page, which has lots of enchants, packs of haste, gifts of haste, force multiplier, elemental force selling well, 10 accords of haste there, some uncanny gear, a cloak there for 9,000, more force multipliers there, a whole load of those. It is indeed, Will. Oh yeah, good evening to you. Thanks for everything. Question regarding TSM accounting export. For some reason, only able to export date until December 2019. Can't get any sales data past that date. Any tips or thought? It could be... I mean, I don't know whether your particular TSM accounts differently, but it could be that that was just when it was last recorded. You should be able to see, not the past year, but I think, when was mine last done? When I do mine, it goes back to the beginning of BFA, which is when I last reset my TSM. But one thing to watch out for, I don't know if you've ever pressed it, would be the accounting option here. You can clear old data. I don't know if you've ever done that and cleared anything that's older than say like a year or 6 months old, then it might have cleared it from then, but it shouldn't necessarily forget it automatically. That would be maybe one to try in the TSM support Discord. Someday I'll learn to use TSM. Well, you've come to the right place, Grodax, and if you want to learn on my YouTube videos, you are more than welcome to follow that link. That's a playlist on all about getting to know TSM. How often do I check undercuts? Mainly raid supplies. Your enchants sell oddly. For me, I'm checking about daily, although I will post a lot of auctions for 48 hours and let them run through most of the time. But if something is particularly going to... if I'm at a time like on a reset day or something like that, then I'll do a quick cancel scan or something like that. You're very conservative and afraid of getting rid of data, but that might be it. It could have been potentially. I don't like to get rid of data myself either for the same reason. What do you feel is the best time to check for undercuts? So yes, I would look at any times when the market is moving fast. So for me, it's at 8 in the morning when it comes to reset day. That's when I tend to look at things. So I think it's probably now 9. I'm not sure if it changes because the clocks have changed. And then yes, on raid nights at the beginning of the evening, look to put your things like your alchemy flasks on, and then at the end of the evening, look to relist your enchants. I should listen to my own advice on that one, because Mushy keeps telling me to post my enchants and I forget. Sell your ley light shards, chaos crystals before prices go down on Wednesday. Yeah, I do think that's going to be the case, Metcat, that they are going to drop in price because more people will be doing the dungeon, certainly. It is 9 now, is it, Rosa? Okay. So what else have we sold this week? Frostweave bags, just sold a force multiplier. A red linen shirt there, some uncanny pants for 2,000. Baked potato, biltong, a load of hexweave bags, sold quite a few of those, some uncanny gear, silkweave satchels, hexweave bags again, loads of those sold through. Now I did buy a lot of these at 900, so that's a slight loss on some of these hexweave bags. I think overall though I'm better off because I got a few hexweaves here at 903, and not all of them were bought at 900, some of them I crafted myself. The big sale here though, that's skewing my numbers at the bottom, is this imbued silkweave bag at 189,000 gold. That was kind of an unintentional error on my part, I will give the money back to the buyer if they get in contact with me. But I was quite surprised to see that one. And then carry on through more enchants, frostweave bags, and some more frostweave bags. So frostweave bags are doing quite well at the moment. So that bag though, exactly, Sensors. That's the one, really. That's the one that's boosted this entire mailbox up completely. I'm not quite sure how someone managed to buy one at that price. I don't understand why I put one on for that price myself. I must have been undercutting someone, and they had it on for a large price. Got to investigate further. Also, would whether it's possible to clearly sync accounting and ledger data between two accounts. I'm not sure if you can do accounting and ledger data. I know you can get TSM to look at each one. Yeah, my max must have been crazy high. Exactly, Sensors. I hadn't realised it was for the bag. Certainly. Rise of Demon, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. It could be, but if they do get in contact with me, I will return the money somehow to them. So let's open that up. We're currently at 648,000. So if we open this lot up, we should be close to 1 million, I think. Your voice is happier than my future. Oh, sorry, Lord GGB. I hope your future brightens up, certainly. But thank you nonetheless. Surprise on the price of frostweave bags. How much are deep sea bags on my server? So with hexweave bags being about just under sort of 900 gold, deep sea bags are usually about 600 gold. Last I looked, I don't actually make many myself. And then here we go. We've got another load of sales here for 2,800. So we'll open up all of those as well. That one's just missing there. So let me just try and finish that one off. There it is. It's gone. So we're at 990,000 gold on Samadan. Very nice so far. We'll have a look and see. Obviously, I'll take that near 200,000 off of there as a mental calculation. Someone on your server posts one item on popular things at 277,000. Always messes up your prices when you undercut. Yeah, I think that's probably what happened for me, and my maximum price was just not set to account for that. Kind of new to gold farming. Mostly doing transmog farming from classic dungeons. Probably not the best way to make gold, but it's the most enjoyable for me, and that's all that matters. Rise of Demon. Do what's fun for you. That's the #1 rule in gold making. So as long as you find it fun and you get some gold out of it. Obviously with transmog stuff you do need to have a large number of stock. Try not to get more than sort of like 1,000 on any one character though, because I don't know if it's still the case, but it used to be the case that the Blizzard auction house couldn't cope with that, but maybe it's actually better since the new auction house. You can't see full name to ignore them either. Oh right, and if you do a /who, then maybe you can see them on the list there. What's the leaf buff I have on? That is called Deep Roots. My versatility is increased by 296. Is that an Azerite power? Oh, I need to go visit the Heartforge again. How did that get to 71 so quickly? Wow, that's gone through very quickly. Or is it an Azerite trait? I don't flip corruption gear. I don't personally know. I wouldn't know a good piece of corruption gear if it hit me in the head. I've only recently started getting into leveling up my character properly. We're currently at item level 415, so we've made some amazing progress this past week. Please do excuse my shoulders at the moment. That's all we've got. We need to sort that one out. Thank you for the ice, no problem. And thank you, Rose, as well. Probably look to give the money back to the person who bought that bag. Clearly an error, but the temptation to keep it would be high. Exactly, Will. I've made because they're Horde side, I've had to go through Nadamas, my other character on the Horde side, to try and get in contact with them. If they do contact me back, then I'll try and arrange something where they can get the money back. Is there something you're missing about imbued silkweed bags? Is there some quest that demands one of those instead of hexweed bags or deep sea bags? I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. You've done over 300... Is that 300 million uncorrupted? Where 50 to 60% of that is the invest. That sounds very lucrative indeed. 300 million is a huge number. Those soldiers are unacceptable. I know they're not in keeping with the rest of Samadan, that's for sure. We'll have to find something reasonable to put on. In terms of everything, we've got everything posted on for the moment. Let's have a quick look, just in case there happens to be any of that tie spray that was up for a decent price. So I've got the Ley Light and Arcana from earlier. Now tie spray's back up at $4.99. My matte cost is coming in at $4.08, which is my average buy price. I still have 38,000 in the guild bank, so that's going to be not necessary to buy any for quite some time. I should have a reasonable amount of veiled crystals left. What have you got? Oh, that's got the extra corruption on it. That's we're keeping that. The hand wraps. Veiled crystals, we're down to 59, so not that many actually. But you're playing on 10 realms. That's why House of TSM has an option to search specific corruptions. Wow, okay, I can see your interest. Certainly, that is a huge amount. But on 10 realms, that's brilliant. Congratulations to you. Mages are paying like 2 to 10 million gold for 12 mastery pieces, and you can find them to 2 to 500,000 sometimes if a sniper didn't get it first. Oh, okay, so you're focusing purely on that. I'd love to hear what sells well for you and what sort of things you look out for. DOC, first time viewer, checking in. Oh, well, thank you very much for stopping by. Risking new, there are no new questions. We are all here at different stages. The buy button on your task list, after having scanned the auction house for the items, it's always greyed out, and you have to manually click each individual item and type in the quantity. Is it possible to do this a smart, more efficient way, somehow making the buy button on the task list work? I hope the question makes sense. It makes perfect sense, and thank you, TaskOnNet1. Thank you very much for your sub. That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you very much for your support. Really appreciate that. And so back to your question, the OC. I don't think it does in terms of the task list. I've been doing the same as you. I've been manually putting the price in. You said last stream your tips on corruption tooltips add-on, so you can understand if it's good or not. Oh yes, you did, Silent Mouse. I remember that. And it shows ranks 1 to 3. Okay. That's worth looking at then if you're into flipping the markets. It's not something I'll personally be doing, but it's always something, if I can share it with the community, then I'll certainly be looking at that. So nothing to buy here. Checking my auctions, we have a few sales already. Det, thank you very much for using your Prime. That's very kind of you. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. See lots of emotes for you. Thank you very much indeed. Welcome on board to the Samadan squad. You spend like 30 million on your characters and Guild Mythic Progressions. You got a N'Zoth kill a few weeks ago. Also bought stuff for Overwatch, Hearthstone and tokens. Very nice. Would always be awesome to automate the process further. It's worth suggesting to the TSM team in their Discord. That sort of thing would be a quality of life change, certainly. And just sold some wildflower for 2 gold 99. That's a vendor item. Vendor buy price is 25 silver. And we've just sold some for 2 gold 99. I don't know exactly how much I've sold. And some Fusaka, even better. What was it? 16 wildflower and 10 Fusaka. That's a good start to the evening. Right, in terms of now, I should really have a look. And a Cord of Versatility. Loads of things coming through tonight. Let me just check what I need to restock on, because I've got a feeling I've got a lot of stuff here to restock on. A lot of enchants. I might ignore the Bountiful Captain's Feast for the moment, because I think the fish are very expensive. We've got a fair amount of uncanny gear we need to make there. The imbued silkweave bag is another potential, hexaweave bag there. So let's take those off for now. And then keep the rest of those on. And then the rest of that's all fine, I think. Silkweave satchel, if we can find the silkweave for that, we'll take that. And so let's gather what we need. Samadan, tailoring, enchanting, and cooking. We'll open the task list for ourselves. And we'll have a look here. So craft-wise, hexaweave cloth. We'll craft one of those. Oh, you've got your cards, Rose. You have so far opened 202,000 cards. Total profit of 975 gold. 75,000 gold. Averages down to 12 silver per card since last Sunday to 4 gold 81 per card. Very nice, Rose. Still consistent sales, I see, though. Very nice. Starting a new series, Vendor Flip to Brutusaur. I wonder how long that would take, Mick. Definitely. Concerning alchemy, do you foresee alchemy being profitable 3 to 5 months down the road? Are people usually still buying consumables like hotcakes late in the raid tier, or not so much? I've got a feeling it's not just raid stuff. It will be people running mythic dungeons, people maybe trying to push those horrific visions and things like that and get the most out of stuff, or just generally just trying to do things faster and better. So I think it's in a lot of people's mindset to keep using potions. So I've got a feeling that alchemy's going to be around for a while, certainly. It may not be as great as it is when there's a full-on raid around, but I think it's definitely worth considering. Alright, let's get a whole load of stuff from the guild bank. Cassette tape, thank you very much using your Prime and for kicking off a hype train. Thank you very much for using your Prime. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you very much for your support. Using your free Prime. It really is appreciated. There we go. Thank you very much indeed. Maybe Unbridled's Fury and Superior Battle Bots. Those are some of those, yeah. What else? Compared to the peak we have now, that's Vendor Flips. Saw your rubber cop. By Vendor Flips, you mean buying stuff from the vendors and selling them on auction at a higher price. Are there that many fools? Well, everyone will buy things for different reasons. Never underestimate the power of convenience. Oh, wow, fantastic. Ivy Lina coming in with your Prime as well. That's absolutely amazing. Thank you very much. Level 1 of the hype train completed. A load of emotes for you. Thank you very much indeed. Really, really is appreciated. That's awesome. Thank you all. I can't say how much your support does mean to me. It's so heartwarming. So thank you everyone who's here. You'd be surprised, definitely. I think the thing is, it's convenience. It's down to basically someone would rather buy, even if they know it's more, they know that it's convenient for them to just buy it off the auction house. I've done it myself from time to time. Oh wow, Kaidar gifting a sub to Silent Mouse. That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you for keeping the hype train going, and thank you for your generosity. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you indeed. Your best vendor flip item has always been Elixir of Tongues, purchased from the sewers in Legion Dalaran. Oh, that's an interesting one, definitely. Go for the hype, thank you very much indeed. Let's go through and collect up this lot from the guild bank whilst we're letting this go through. There's a lot of tide spray I need to process there. I need to deal with that lot sometime soon. I've already done a whole load already. I do have another load in here in the tailoring section, and then another load here in my BFA fish section. So I've got my chocolate cake ready for Children's Week. So I've got a lot of tide spray there that needs sorting out. So we've got that, and let's buy some stuff from the vendor and see what we're left with. We've got, so in terms of buying, oh no, that's the wrong one. I want this one. Buying from the vendor, that's easy enough using the buy button. TSM will do that. But yes, as it comes to shopping, I have to use the scan all and then have a look at what I need here. Oh, I do actually need some gilded seaweed here. We need 163. So if I select that, yeah, we don't have an actual buy button here, do we? That would be interesting if they had that. But I tend to just do it myself manually because I like to buy more than I need if need be. So in this case, I can see 418. I would buy more than I need at a reasonable price. So I'm actually going to buy the maximum amount there. So I've got a stock of gilded seaweed. That's kind of a good way for me to think about it. Chalderai silk, actually $3.99 is not too bad. It has been higher than that, so again, 833 of this. I only need 360, but I will buy all of that up at $3.99 and keep hold of that. We may find Chalderai silk going down in price a lot next week because of the Legion change, so that may be an error having that much. Aromatic fish oil, I've got some fish I can process for that, some spare fish, and we also need another 11 veiled crystals, so we'll have to sort those out as well. So let's have a look at my fish. Let's take that stock because we've got loads of these slimy mackerels. Nope, do that. Let's turn some of these. Even though these slimy mackerels are actually worth to me 20 gold currently. The aromatic fish oil, how much was the aromatic fish oil? 19.89, so it's about the same price. But my mat cost for aromatic fish oil is coming in at 3.87. I should probably change that because that seems a little bit low. I'll probably go on. Let's have a look at that actually. We need to fix that one up. Cooking, crafting reports, materials. Probably find it in here actually. It'll just be down here somewhere. Aromatic fish oil. So, I've actually got a manual price for that. That's not going to help. Let's try. It should be the cheapest of each of the fish, which would be how I would do that. So let me look at all the BFA fish. So if we go over to, apologies if I don't follow chat for a minute, I'll just follow this thought process through. So we'll go to the Undermine journal, we'll look at, there should be a fishing here, hopefully. Mining, skinning, alchemy, cooking, battle pets. I would have thought there'd be a fishing category. Doesn't see. Let's look in cooking. Is there a load of fish in here? Battle for Azeroth fish. So we've got this. Let's look at the TSM list for that. We probably don't want viper fish, which will be the first one, and we don't want midnight salmon, which is probably the last one. Mauve stinger, and the other one's possibly not either. So let's look at which ones of these we want to do less. Oh, hold on, we've got the emotes coming through. Thank you very much for the hype train, everyone. That's absolutely amazing. Thank you very much. We got a hype griffin. Thank you very much for sharing that. There we go. Let's pop that in. Oh, my emotes have gone off now. Hold on. There we go. Thank you very much, everyone. That's absolutely amazing. The midnight salmon can't be made into fish anyway. No, and that teleports you. We definitely don't want that one. What else did I miss? You love the slimy mackerels. You made like 400,000 of them the first week of BFA. People dumping literally over 1 million cloth constantly last few days for 2 gold or less. Wow. Buying a ridiculous amount of Chalderai for your tailor for the vendor shuffle. Yeah, I mean, it's worth doing. Let's keep an eye out for that Chalderai silk price, because we can make it into pants and then turn it into a profit. So is it, I always forget with Chalderai silk, is it 2.4 gold that's cheaper, or is it 1.8? I get those numbers mixed up. One of the two. It's 2.45 gold. Okay, thank you, Dumpster. Yeah, anything below 2.45, and you can make the silkweed pantaloons. It's the same as tie spray linen being below 1.8 gold, and you can make tie spray pants that way. So yeah, I'd want to look at these main ones really: red-tailed loach, Tiragard perch, frenzied fangtooth, sand shifter, malformed gnasher. Probably not, because that looks expensive. Great sea catfish though, I would. Mauve stinger I don't remember being used much, but maybe it is. Lane snapper and that one. So you would take the minimum price of all of these, except for, well, you could include the viperfish. It is expensive. So it is pretty much all of these except for the midnight salmon. So, and then the aromatic fish oil is in there itself, which would be fine actually. We can keep that. So let's assume that midnight salmon is this last one. 162515. Yeah, that is. That's the last one. So I'm going to take this TSM string here and copy everything but the last one. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go back into here. I'm going to our aromatic fish oil. Now, let me just have a quick look at the formatting of this. I'm going to look at my Golden Lotus, because that is based on the price of something else, which is the match price of the Spirit of Harmony divided by 2. So what I would actually look here would be, if we look at this, we'll change this aromatic fish oil. So we want to take that and we want to use the item number for all of those. Now, there's a lot of stuff here that I actually want to do something like DB market of each of these items. So I'm probably going to have to do a copy and paste on this. This might be better done in Notepad or something like that, so I can actually just get the whole string and put DB market item number and close bracket on that, and then again it'll be DB market. That's moved over there, that's not going to help me. The star hammer, thank you very much for the follow, because then I have to go all the way over here. Oh no, I've just copied the entire thing again. That's not going to help. Control Alt delete, Control paste. Now I go back there, go back to the beginning, DB market. Helps if you can spell. DB market brackets, and then select that, copy that, and then we're going to paste this in. We'll do a close brackets, and then the comma, open brackets, close brackets, paste. I'll go through this and hope it works. There, close brackets, paste, item, close brackets, comma, paste. I do apologise if I'm concentrating on this and I don't answer the chat for the moment. We just want to set this up. So we're basically taking the DB market price. Oh, do we want DB market? I could use DB min buyout, but it's a little bit volatile really to use as a figure. So I'd rather use DB market rather than DB min buyout. So I'm going to carry on with this for the moment as DB market, because that could be the price that I could sell these things at instead. Darshi, thank you very much for the follow. We're just going to go through this in one go. I'll paste this into chat if it's working at the end, and go for that and paste that in. Aromatic fish oil for the, basically I'm going to go for the minimum price of each of these. So I need to, once I've done all of them, copy all of this lot in. This is turning into a really long string, including aromatic fish oil itself. So the smallest of all of those, then take a close bracket at the end, go back to the beginning and do a minimum bracket there. And I'll just copy that just in case I get it wrong. Press enter. And then, so currently we're at 3 gold 87 for the aromatic fish oil. I should expect that to jump to anywhere sort of being about 20 gold or 19 gold. 19 gold 77. Okay, so that's a more reasonable price. So we're taking the cheapest of either, in this case, the market value of aromatic fish oil itself, and none of the fish themselves are cheaper than this. So that should work quite well. There we go. So I will paste that into chat if you want a price for your aromatic fish oil. It looks like that, if anyone wants that. Magvest, thank you very much for the follow. And Ken, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. So that's a bit of a reset on the price of the aromatic fish oil. That would mean that some of my stuff that's using the aromatic fish oil may no longer be profitable, but that's definitely useful nonetheless. Generally want to do the same earlier today. No problem, Silent Mouse as well. How much gold do I make per month? Now, that's an interesting one. I haven't done an accounting summary this year yet, but last year I was at, I averaged about, I can't remember what the average was. It was about 500,000 at first guess, I think, definitely. But I'd have to pull up my spreadsheet that told me exactly. But in terms of what I've got at the moment on TSM, in terms of my accounting, so per month, if we look at my last month here, according to TSM, TSM's not necessarily fully accurate, but it is a reasonable accurate. It's telling me here 630,000. 200,000 of that was a fluke, so I would prefer to safely ballpark that at more like 500,000 a month would be about average for me, I would say, given the professions I've got at the moment at the current stage. And Hakarin Genkuru, hello to you, I hope you're doing well, thanks for stopping by. We're currently just restocking at the moment. I did a bit of a brain dump on my aromatic fish oil price, which probably means that some of my crafts now for biltong, what takes aromatic fish oil? The biltong does, and the baked potato. Biltong and baked potato are still telling me a profit, so that's still worth making. So we need to make some more aromatic fish oil. We need another 19, so I'll just quickly run through this on my fish as it's easy enough. That should be enough. And then we still need some veiled crystals. We also need some, we need to open the mail for those as well. We'll do that one. Had a good week this week. Got the auction house mount on both your accounts. Got epic editions on both accounts, and your 2 accounts paid up till February 2021. Very nice, Ken. I would call that a very successful week. Congratulations on getting the mount though, that's absolutely amazing. Let's see, loads of Brutosaurs for Ken. Congratulations. And Tower, thank you very much for the follow. Thanks for stopping by. We're just going to go through and pick up everything we got there. So we need to make a couple of things here. Bolt of netherweave. We can do, I can make 40 of them, I only need 4. So we'll make those quite easily. -0. Thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. But yes, Ken, that was absolutely amazing, so congratulations on that. Now, Enchanting Craft, Mysterious Essence. TSM wants me to do the Ethereal Shatter to do that, but I prefer using my Spirit Dust, so I'm going to make 3 with that instead. Okay. Forza Forston, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. You added calculations to the Brutal page to find the biggest gain and loss in a day. There's some depressing negative numbers on restock day. Yeah, that's true. That's true indeed. When you're restocking, you have to bear that in mind, certainly. Learned so much from me regarding TSM. Thank you for that, so keep it up. Oh, you're more than welcome, Tao. I'm glad you found it useful. If there is anything that people would like further, and please do let me know in terms of future videos coming up. I'm always happy to do more. So long as I can make sure I've got the time for them, obviously. So we're just missing some veiled crystals here. How am I doing for Expulsum? I've got 26. I'm going to need some of that on my Uncanny Gear, so I'll make that first. So we'll go through my list. I'll do tailoring first. I'll make all of these. The Uncanny Gear here. And then if I've got spare Expulsum, I'm going to make... let's just turn that off and on again. See if that works. There we go. That's going through. And Horse Thief, thank you very much for the follow. If I have got spare Expulsum, I'm going to turn that into the wands in enchanting and turn those into veiled crystals. Now you can take time out from all the gold grinding and the auction house and playing. Well, if you still find it fun, carry on doing it. But yeah, I would recommend maybe taking a break from it for a moment. You were busy when explaining the aromatic fish oil string. Can I explain it quick again? Of course, Snackums. That basically, that is looking at the DB market price of all of the fish that you can turn into aromatic fish oil, and it's looking at the DB market price of aromatic fish oil itself, and it's going to take the lowest of those. In my case, the lowest happened to be aromatic fish oil itself, but if there was a fish that was cheaper, then that would be the MAP price of it instead. You have a new question about TSM. Is the stuff you set up character bound for my whole server or account? It depends. Do you mean like the crafting reports materials? Those I believe are they're not character bounds. They are TSM account bounds, I think, for groups and stuff. That can be if you all use the same profile, because basically the way TSM is set up, you can have a number of different profiles. Each character can have its own profile. That's how I personally like to set it up, but you can use the same profile for multiple characters, so it doesn't matter. It's all down to personal preference. I personally like to have one for each character because they've got very different professions, so that way it works best for me. But it's entirely up to you. I mean, I could swap here to Jawakening's profile, and all Jawakening's alchemy groups are here, or I can quickly just turn back to Samadan's profile, and then all my enchanting groups and things are there, so it's very interchangeable. Last week flew by. Want to spend the boost well, but kind of made gold instead. Now you only have 3 weeks left. Feel like it's in a rush. Very exciting. I know, Rose. Especially with me streaming more, I found that my time has just absolutely flown past. Although I feel like I've made some really good progress on my characters this week. Samadan's done well. We've made a fair amount of gold, and I've been able to progress on leveling as well. So lots of stuff was done this week, thankfully. Speaking of getting stuff done, I ought to really make everything on my list. Crafting wise, what are we missing? We're missing some ionized minnow, so we'll need to go over to Mechagon at some point. Oh, we need PM. Hold on, let's do that. And I'm missing a couple of tailoring bits there as well. So we'll make what we can with what we've got here. I've left the bountiful captain's feast for the moment. I could always get back to those at one point. So that's enough of those. Take the rest of those off. We'll swap over to tailoring, finish those, hexweave bag and imbued silkweave bag. And then I'll go through as many of these as I can for enchanting. Maybe if I take a couple of the Accords of Hate off for the moment, that will give me enough. I need a couple more off. That gives me enough veiled crystals now without having to make any more. 17,000 profit on just the enchants at the moment, or it'll be a long list of have all the groups in one profile. For the same reason as Silent Mouse says, I like to keep them separate because it's easier for me to mentally manage, but it would be a long list of groups certainly, and sometimes I like to do different things for different characters. Shouldn't the fish oil show the lowest price fish, which for you is 12 gold instead of say 16, because the map price didn't change when you inputted that string? Interesting. Did you refresh the window? Because when you put the string in, it won't automatically update. You have to research for aromatic fish oil, or close it down and open it up again. Or the other thing is, it's looking at DB market price. Are you looking at DB min buyout rather than DB market price? Because that could be the difference. I've used DB market price for myself, my own choice really. But you could use DB min buyout, but it's a bit more volatile really. It just never bothered you, so never even thought of it being an issue for others. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I started doing it the same way, Cryox, as me. So it's totally down to personal preference. Chef Keith, thank you very much for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. So how do I set up my crafting groups? If thinking of go seriously into TSM, that's probably a bigger thing that I can talk about tonight, Neville. But certainly, you're more than welcome to go through my TSM guide, because I go through that. Not TSM, Learn. I go through that then. Rasheen, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Where do you set the string? It's in here, Blem. It's in crafting reports, materials, and then you look here. If you do ARO search like there, aromatic fish oil is here, and then you can click on that and you can put the string in there. That's the easiest way to put it in. So we've done all our enchants, we've done all our tailoring. Let's get this stuff on the auction house. You don't get aromatic fish oil when you search for it. Are you in... You have to make sure when you're in your... you're not in crafts here. You have to go across here to materials and click on that. And you've got a different set of things here. It's not immediately apparent. There's a difference between the two of them. There's crafts on the left and materials on the right. Try that and then go filter by keyword. And then it should be... Arom. It should be in there. You are in materials. Oh, interesting. Do you have the cooking profession? Or make one or buy one, as Rasheen says. TSM maybe hasn't realised that you can make it. Did I post everything on? I can't remember. Let's just try. Auctioning, post scan. Must change those groups. Okay, everything's going on. Hexweave bags coming in at 1,900 again. Someone's reset the market on there. Do you think I should try this again? Another imbued silkweave bag for 200,000? I don't think so. Let's have a look at this. This has been way inflated. At my min, normal and max prices there, 58, 174 and 149. The market value is 281, whereas the region market value is 8,900. So let's look at this in a bit more detail, see if we can fix this one up. My max is crazy, my minimum is crazy as well. It's probably down to just using DB market rather than using DB region market. So we'll go to my tailoring. Now, where is the imbued silkweave bag? I don't see it in this list here, but it is here in, it's in just the base group tailoring. So the base tailoring group has a separate one to say, like the otherworldly bag is using sell bags, which is using that's using an average between DB market and DB region market average. Whereas if I go into the main tailoring bags, what are you using here? Oh, you're also using sell bags. Okay, that is the same. So it must be something in the sell bags operation being max 110% crafting or 400% crafting, 300% the average. So 300% here, the average between DB market and DB region market average. That's why the max is so big on these, because I've set the price so high. So if I were to just let's have a look at this imbued silkweave. How big is it? Because I want to categorize this by size. IMB. So imbued silkweave bag, 30 slot bag. So deep sea bag and hexweave are in 30 as well. Okay, so we'll change this. We'll add another one in. We'll call this 30 imbued silkweave. I don't have any deep sea bags in my list to make. I really should have those if they're a profit. They're not a profit, that's why. Crafting cost for me is telling me 964. My deep sea satin price is really high though. Maybe that's something I can look at. I haven't bought any deep sea satin for a long while, but that's another matter. Let's look at imbued silkweave. Let's add that one in there. Netherweave bag should be in its own group, so that should be in there. Group operation there, 4 of each, that's correct. So back to imbued silkweave. We've got craft one of each. We'll change this operation to something, because it's been so skewed by the DB market. I'm just going to use one that uses a region market and crafting. I want a crafting region one if I've got one, or a region crafting. Region craft, here we go. Region craft is who would manipulate markets? What you mean is out of control. What did I miss here? You took your first Volpera 12 hours played to get to level 90. That's a new record for you. Wow, that's fantastic. Gets out of control if DB market gets manipulated, definitely. What do you mean out of control? I see what you mean there. Imbued should be the high seller group, yeah, for the flukes, definitely. We'll go through. Also, you can add add region market a few times into your sell bags operation. Yeah, so it will weight it more towards the region market. That's another good idea, Rasheen. I haven't used that myself in a while, but I'm going to use this one. I'm just going to use DB region market average, 200% DB region market average, and 150%. And let's look at the prices now. So min price is now 5,000. Normal is 13,000, and 17,000 is my max. So that's still really high for a bag. Region sale average is 1,700. If it's minimum price, when below minimum, post at minimum price. When above maximum, post at maximum. Okay, so we'll use that to help push the price down a little bit. So we'll leave it at that, and then we'll go back onto this, run a post scan, and then that should come up a little bit better this time. Oh no, it won't, because we need to go back. It's not selected. If you go into tailoring here, you'll see there's a gap here for imbued silkweave. We need to add that one in, run a post scan again. You had to do that with your blacksmithing because that one got out of hand, even for you. Had to just to normalise the prices for a while. Yeah, it's a good idea, I think. If you solely rely on DB market, it can really push the prices way off. As you can see here, I mean, 17,000 is still a very good sale. I wouldn't mind that kind of sale. That would be reasonable. Even though a Hexu bag is 1,900, that would be reasonable. Okay, well, we've got a few uncanny gear coming in. Is there any I missed in my list? Let me just check. Go to tailoring, uncanny selling. Yep, there were some satin boots we missed. These wool hoods should be in waste of time in here. They are in there. They're under their own one, under ignore item variations. It must be the price of those. Let's just have a look at this. So that's weighted towards DB market. So let's have a look at this one. So this is what Rasheen was talking about, but I've done this the other way. I've weighted this particular operation towards DB market more. So I've done 3 times DB market and 1 times DB region market average. Which is what Rasheen was talking about previously. My minimum price there is the crafting is holding me back on that one. But I've got this, don't post items when below minimum. I actually want to post them at minimum price, just so that at least gets them on the auction house. So I'll run a post scan on that, and then we can at least get those on and those on, which is better, and that missing one as well. That white woolen dress, we need to sort that one out. Misc Outfits Region Sale, that's the one we need to fix. So we'll go here, groups, Misc Outfits. Okay, shirts and vests, is it in here? Rich purple, spell threads, mounts. Where's that tailoring? Transmog region average, it's not that one. It was just in, there we go, Misc outfits. There we go, regions sale, that one, white woolen dress, and that one. So we'll look at this one and look at this operation and change that posting operation to also post at minimum price. A lot of my operations do the same thing but slightly different. I should really consolidate these. Dead Left Boy, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. There we go. Okay. 17k is bonkers. Yeah, definitely. It still is a bit crazy. I don't disagree with you there. Baked potatoes just sold. 99 gold. Okay, so white woolen dress is now going on. So that's cleared my bags and restocked everything on in a much nicer position there. So we'll leave Samadan for the moment and we'll go through my other characters and check on the gold making situation there. So very nice 300,000 on Samadan. Excuse his shoulders. And we'll go over to, actually no, excuse all my transmog, it's all hideous, I do apologise. I do have the Yak Rose, I just never use it. I really should. I don't know what I've got in terms of transmog. I need to go and do some dungeons and pick up some nice transmog. Right, we don't have a buff on us, so let's check our sales for the week. We've probably got some expires as well. Yep. So let's deal with the expires first. So we are looking at a very healthy 211,000 in alchemy sales for the week. Greater Flask of the Undertow, 50,000 there. More Undertow there. Current, Endless Fathoms, Focus Resolved, Unbridled Fury. Pretty much all the rank 3s in various forms. Is this weekly? Yes, this is weekly for my alchemy. So we're currently at 209,000, so this doubles my gold. Now I already have reinvested into a decent stock of Zinanthid. So if I open up all of this, this should be mostly something I can keep hold of for the moment. So that's all of that lot. So we're at 421,000, and I do think, where's my Zinanthid stock? Yeah, we've still got 3,500 on Zinanthid, so we're ready to make another lot of potions. So let's go through and repost on what we've got. Let's get the ball rolling on that. You don't have a yak, but you do have fun. Always remember, it's a price like 300,000 gold, so you never bothered to realise it's like 100,000 or something. You can't have fun without a good outfit. Yeah, I mean, my son was always, I would always go to him and say, can you make me some nice transmog, because mine's terrible. And he'd always have fun sorting me out on that front. So we've got that. Let's quickly check her prices, see what they're at. Transmog increases profits with 15%. You got to look the part. I've still got the cane and the monocle that Gumdrops gave me for a bank ult. Wow, look at the price of the Zinanthid now. It's dropped right down to 44 gold. Now I had bought that 3,500 for an average purchase price of 60 gold. My mat cost is telling me 59 gold, which is my market value. So I'm gonna go with the flow of this. I'm gonna buy some at this price. I don't feel that I'm going to overstock on Zinanthid anytime soon, simply because I will use up a lot of this in my craft. So I'm going to take another 1,000 of this. This is reinvesting back into it. So that's 44,000. I'm going to reinvest back into my alchemy with that one. Duke 45, thank you very much for the follow. And that will also help with my averages, because my average purchase price now has gone down to 59.98, which is slightly better, more like market value, but not quite enough. Everyone's farming since they're sitting at home. Exactly, so I'm going to have to ride this wave downwards and use it up as best I can as soon as I get a proc. So the prices of all the other herbs are particularly high at the moment. So, I mean, 8 gold's not too bad actually for Riverbud and Sea Stalk. I think I've got enough of both of those. Maybe a little bit more river bud. Well, I have got 400 in the guild vault according to that, so maybe not. So let's take up those purchases. We'll add those to our stock. And then we can... Have we done a daily cooldown? I don't think we have. So let's do that. Herbs to anchors. What is low in stock? Winter's Kiss and Star Moss at the moment. So I need to look out for some more of those at a later date. Alchemy wise, no, not alchemy, Silas wise. Sorry, Sensors and Rasheen, no Silas. Oh, we have the buff. Oh, fantastic. So we will go through and do a restock. Let's go to TSM. No, let's check our auction house first. No Silas. Sorry, Sensors. We'll go through. It must be just my lucky night tonight. So we've got my auctions for the moment. And then we'll go through and that's all crafted there. So we'll go to our groups here and restock. We'll take that one off for the moment. We just need this one. We've got quite a lot to make actually. Gathering wise, we do need some star moss. So let's see if we can get some more star moss. Let's have a look here. Porkia, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Triggered. You know what I didn't bother as well? You named your Brutal. How do you do that? I haven't named... I personally just call mine Elliot after Pete's Dragon. But I haven't actually given an actual name. Didn't know that was something you could do. Lamakan, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. It's great since 8.3 came out because less central herb in Nashitar, since many people spend time there. You call yours Fluffy. And Vomlet, thank you also for the follow. Right, let me just concentrate on this and I get this sorted. What was I looking for? Was it Sea Stalk? No, it was Star Moss. Star Moss is up quite a bit higher at 9 gold and 95. And then it's at 10 gold. So I'll take the 9 gold 95 at that price for the moment. What's my gathering I need for this? Gathering wise, Star Moss, we need 316. So we need a little bit more of that. So let's look at this. Let's go a bit higher. Let's go 500 for 5,000. Buy that up. I'll pick this up out from the mailbox. Right, so crafting wise we should be okay. How much bag space have I got? Let me just check. 38. We'll use up a fair amount of this as we go. Alchemy, crafting, right. Gathering, we've got everything. Make sure we turn the proc on first. 10 minutes. Here we go. Unbridled Fury. Let's see if we've got any good procs. ×4 and a ×2. Do you know any locations? Your name's Bayleaf. I know already. That's very nice. Locations of moonwells we can use for crafting old stuff. I use the one just outside of Stormwind in Elwyn Forest in the centre there. It's quite easy to fly to. Oh, we've got a ×12 there. Right one too. Good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. Alchemy String last week. Check profit on your server and everything is like red. Ouch. Sorry to hear that, Metcat. It can be like that on some servers. The only way I can think of is to try and get your herb prices down as little as possible. Take that into account in your alliance, Taylor. Yeah, it's definitely worth it. It's quite an easy fly over there. If you create a new profile in TSM and then duplicate your current profile, will it copy all the groups and settings? Yes, it will, Silent Mouse. You can copy one profile into another quite easily. And Lavik, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Just going to let this all run through. We've got 9 minutes left, so we should be plenty of time. What I'll do is I'll try and remember to come back onto Awakening and refresh the buff. So we can get it ready for next time as well. I should be able to craft all of these in the time limit at the moment, so that should be fine. Not many procs on the Abyssal Healing Potions. That's not too bad. I don't mind that too much because that's one of the cheaper ones to do. Seikanmin Honda, thank you very much for the follow. I hope I got your name right. And now we can do Superior Potion of Agility, but we can't do Battle Potion of Strength, so I might have to do these manually now. Superior Battle Potion of Strength, 30 of those. Create those. Unfortunately, TSM bugs out sometimes on going through the alchemy list, and so you have to switch to doing them manually. It is slightly infuriating. At least we can get some alternative methods going. Slightly, he says. You know me, he says, I'll do it in the mildest of ways as possible. I thought it was because I had some stuff in my bank, but I think it's mainly down to because they're all in my bags now. So strength, we need 27 of agility. Superior battle strength, battle potion of agility, 27. Create those. Absolutely. So we've got 27 of these going, and then we'll go 49 greater flasks of the undertow. So I'll go to 49 of these as soon as this is done. Still got 7 minutes left, so we're all right here. A reasonable number of procs then. Okay, over to this one, 49, create those. Okay. Though TSM versus default, you can make about 100 more on default due to less lag. Yeah, there is that as well. I remember Rasheen telling me that before as well, that using the standard interface can be a little bit quicker as well, especially when you're in a case like this, you're strapped for time and you want to do as much as you can as possible. Jeannie, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. You used to be on Shadow Song, did you, Pro Swanker? Do you not think I might be able to make a bit more gold if you targeted the only 2 mythic raiding guilds and posted these 45 minutes? You were Geek Kitchen. Oh, right. I don't recognise the name. I probably could if I knew those guilds and I knew their schedules. I tend to just go with whenever the times. I can't always guarantee the times that I'm on, so I just tend to go with. Now I've done that one. That's changed order, so I need to go Lightfoot Potion, 39. So I tend to just go with whatever I'm doing at the time. What's up? That's an epic bid. Well, thank you very much. Daddy, that's very kind of you to say so. Welcome aboard. We're currently just going through and making some alchemy potions. We've got 5 minutes left on our Silas buff, so we're making up as many as we can, restocking on those, and then we're going to post these on and then see what happens after that. Zartat, do I have a new string for 8.3 for TSM? All your TSM profiles did reset somehow after TSM 8.3. You're more than welcome to have a look at my paste bins. They have been updated for 8.3 as much as possible. There's still some work to be done on them, but you're welcome to take those and pick them apart and do whatever you like with them. Okay, we've got 5 minutes left. That's good. So let's post on anything that's spam. We'll go through that all. And auctioning, run a post scan. Let's get some of these potions back on. Looks like we would have been undercut on a fair amount of them anyway, so we'll do another batch. Might get some sales. I'm going to log off now, and then I'll try and remember to come back in 14 minutes time, and then or more, and then I'll reapply the Silas buff before logging off again. So we'll log out here, and we'll go through our other characters at the moment. So we go over to Samadan. How's Samadan been doing with the inscription? Now I keep meaning to do some more on inscription. I want to do another video on fleshing it out some more. I haven't got around to doing it yet. Kind of time's taken away from me at the moment, but I will get onto it, and then we'll carry on with that one. What realm am I on? I am on Shadow Song on EU. It's about a mid-pot server, roughly. Okay, we've got some expires here. We do have some sales though, so that's good. So we were hoping for some uncanny sales, the extra vessel, but nothing as of yet. But we do have at least one highborn compendium sold. So we're currently, yeah, we've got no gold at all, 365 gold. So this is a much needed 15,000 gold. We'll need all of this, so I'll take all of that. I'll repost everything back on, see if we can build up our gold on this character, and get inscription going a bit further perhaps. So we'll take all this lot, post that all on under the competition on that lot. That's all fine. If you can sell some of this uncanny stuff, that would be nice. This is what I need also the Marks of Honor for next week. And then we'll have a look at our auctions, see if we need to restock on anything. So that's all those visible, and then we'll go over to here, TSM, let's clear that queue, we don't need that one anymore, and we'll move over to restocking on inscription. So Tortollan Seekers, Battle Shout and Fortitude, so just a few contracts, a couple of war scrolls, nothing too massive, small amount of gold. The rest of the stuff has already been restocked on throughout the week, so if I can get some extra sales that would be good. You're on Kazakhs, you can barely make gold on transmog since there is a higher supply than demand, but luckily you have a tune on Sylvanas for transmog farming where you've been swimming in sales. Oh, fantastic! So I'm glad you found a server that suits your gold making playstyle. That's always a lovely combination to have. Alright, so let's go through here and we'll post this lot on. The increased posting price of transmogs just killed it for me. It can get expensive. You need to almost kind of think about it as a rolling expense and hope that your sales can outpace your deposit fees. It doesn't always work, but it's kind of like the best you can hope for at this stage. Is there anything I need to look at here? Supplies needed, no gold coming from these. So, did I have some benthic gear? I did have some benthic gear that I need to send to Samadan. This is worth doing. I forgot to do this last time. So, can I just drag the whole lot in? No, we had this last time. Hold on, I'm in the wrong box. There we go. It only does it one at a time because of the confirmation thing. So we'll just have to, or maybe I can right click on it. Does that work? No, it doesn't help anymore because then right clicking on it does that. So I don't know how many I've got here. 10 of 12. We'll send those to Samadan. Send that lot. Oh, it only sent one anyway. Oh, terrible. Okay, we'll have to do this a different way. Let's use the standard interface. Send mail. Can we do this? To Samadan. Subject. Something like that. Now, can we do it this way? No, I can't add that in there. Why can't we add that in? TSM to Samadan, that's greyed out for some reason. Do I have to actually type something? No, that doesn't seem to make a difference. Okay. Don't tell me I'm going to have to send these one by one. That's going to be quite unfortunate. Oh, I didn't mean to click on that. Whoops. Now I've just turned it into a head cover that I didn't need. Oh dear. Whoops, I can't undo that, can I? There we go. Similar item stacking in Addy bags. That may work better. Let's just try this with one. Because then it has the confirmation pop up. Send mail. Yeah, it does seem to... Let's just quickly go... Well, I say quickly. It does it afterwards. And then it puts the confirmation box up after I've sent it. I have to remember this for next time. There needs to be a better way of doing this. Addy bags may be the culprit in this sense, but my workaround at the moment is whilst I am here and there's only 20 odd of them, I'm going to do this the hard way and send these all over. Once you get into a rhythm of doing it, it's all right, but this is less than ideal. It's a bit like buying bags off the auction house. That's less than ideal as well. It would be nice to be a little bit easier. But this could be down to, like you said, addy bags causing an issue there. Leatrix Plus, I can eliminate that confirmation window for you. Okay, thank you, Playband. That's very kind of you. And Killer Bob, is there a way to auto mail something to a bank alt? There are through the groups here. The mailing operations. Actually, that's a good idea. I could maybe do that. Send to Samadan. I could add these in to Send to Samadan group, and it could work that way. But I'm nearly done here. Tigress, thank you very much for using your Prime. That's super kind of you. I'll be with you in one moment as soon as I've posted these on. Not posted them on, sent them to Samadan. I'm going to carry on with my rhythm here for the moment, otherwise I'll end up making a new one like I did last time. There we go. So that's the last one. So thank you, Tigress, using your Prime. That's absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much. Oops, I think I clicked the wrong thing in there. Thank you very much. That's absolutely very, very kind of you using your Prime. So yeah, the mailing operations will be able to send stuff to your bank out. So I've got Send to Samadan here as one of my groups. I could have set that up for that benthic gear, but I didn't think of it. Right, so that's all sent. We've posted on the things we need. We've got some stuff actually here. This should be in Send to Samadan as well. Okay, so let's go through those posting operations as we've got them here. So groups, Send to Samadan, Deep Sea Satin. We did have the group here, but they weren't included for some reason. Maybe it didn't work last time. Gilded Seaweave, that can go to Samadan. Meaty Haunch and Rubbery Flank can also go to Samadan. And then the rest of the stuff I will keep myself. So we'll then click on here and then we'll go to the groups, Send to Samadan, Mail Selected Group, and then you can see that Tie Spray Linen, Gilded Seaweave, Deep Sea Satin, Meaty Haunch has all been automatically sent to my Silasworth. Thank you, Rasheen. Has that been 14 minutes already? Wow, that's gone quickly. Let's go through, just go on to Earthen next, because I've got a feeling his auctions will have expired as well. So I'll have a quick look at Earthen. We've still got El Morte. El Morte hasn't been doing much in the way of sales recently because we've been focusing on levelling for him. We've not been making a lot of gold at the moment anyway. Basic, hello to you. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. We're just running through our characters at the moment. So Earthen, our last one, we have Ludwig Spice. Wow, we've got some good sales here. 79,000 for leatherworking. That's quite good for him. Probably more like 10 minutes. Probably. I lose track of time. So we've had a good evening of sales. Well, a good week of sales. I must stress this is a week's worth of sales, not just on one evening. We have a decent amount of uncanny gear though. Swiftness Potion, Drums of Fury, more uncanny gear here at reasonable prices as well. Both leather, is there mail as well? Yep, there's some mail in here, and a bow of the Peerless. So a good mix of uncanny stuff there. So 79,000, very nice. We're up to, what does that take us up to? Over 400,000. So between Awakening having about 400,000, Samadan, Earthen having about 400,000, and Samadan having nearly 1 million, we should be on a reasonable-ish 1.3 million at the moment. All characters together. How does Transmog sell on my realm? I don't do it a lot myself, Neville, simply because it sells quite slowly. It sometimes sells. I've managed to sell things like a Skull Flame Shield before for a reasonable amount, but those are probably more specific examples. I haven't done many dungeon runs for a long time, so I don't tend to have it in my rotation now to be able to expertly say how good it is at the moment. You're going to hit 300 days played on your main tomorrow. That's a milestone. Wow, Rose, that is amazing. I don't think I'm anywhere near that myself on Samadan, even though I've been playing, well, I have been playing since Vanilla, Classic, however you want to call it. but I had a big break between Cataclysm and the beginning of Legion, so I kind of missed out a huge chunk of the game. I've been loving my streams and content. Appreciate all your help with gold making, especially your beautiful voice and personality. Oh, thank you, Tigress. It's very kind of you to say so. Is it stuttering for you, Rasheen? It's all green down here on my OBS. Let me know if it changes. I'll keep an eye on it. Okay. It's alright for a couple of others. Fine there too as well. Thank you all for the feedback. Okay, it could be Twitch then. Okay. Thank you all for the feedback. That's brilliant. Where am I? What was I doing? Restocking. So let's check my auctions. Oh no, we actually haven't got any on. Okay, so we're reposting. We need to be one step further on. We got rid of all of our expires. We collected our gold. We need to post on all of our stuff. Kids eating up the bandwidth. It could be. I think they're playing Farming Simulator downstairs. I don't think it matters too much on my bandwidth. Can't be true. Twitch bullying you. Your doggo's picture is too cute. Yeah, I'm sure Lucy is definitely the cutest dog around. Time plate on your main is 688 days. Wow. Reminds me when I go back to Samadan, we'll have a look. I need to go back to Awakening first. Right, so let's check the auctions. They're all the uncanny gear. Do we need to restock on any? Let's to our groups, restock. Oh, quite a lot of stuff. Drums of the Mountain, I don't think I have much of the unbroken stuff. Is that still a profit for me, Drums of the Mountain? Drums of the Mountain is saying a profit if I can get the materials cheaply enough. Crafting cost is 32, Unbroken Claw. Stonehide leather is quite expensive. Okay, the whole things are really expensive at the moment. Don't know why they're quite that high. We'll see if we can get a few more Unbroken Claws and Teeth, perhaps, if we can get those at a cheap price. We should have enough Expulsum for all of this, hopefully. No, we don't. We need a lot more Expulsum. We need 45 of it. We also need Bloodstained Bones. Okay, so we can't craft everything. We'll need to get some bracers going for this. I won't do that tonight. I will just make what we can. Can I buy any of the Unbroken Claw or Bloodstained Bones? Are very cheap there. We don't have any Unbroken Claw. The others must be from Bridget. Okay, so let me just check my crafting. I'd rather buy them than use my alts. In this case, the Source 3 is the alts. I could turn that off. Remove that one. Does that change my task list? No, it doesn't at the moment. I'll probably have to refresh it. Crafting, gathering, alt guild bank. No, that doesn't help it at the moment. Okay, we'll leave that for now, but let's just have a look. Unbroken Claw, we need 41. So let's just go over here. Right, Unbroken Claw, let's go this way. 41. Let's buy up a whole load of these. Buy out 392. Bloodstained Bones, we needed 21. Let's buy those first. Maximum of those. And then let's buy ourselves another. Let's do a full stack. Oh, not 1,200. What, 200 should be enough. Plenty. And then the other thing was an unbroken something else. Tooth, I think it was, wasn't it? Unbroken tooth. We need 11 of those. So I'm just going to buy those cheap ones up there, just so that I've got them. That's the. Well, I very nearly bought that one at 500,000. We didn't want to do that. We did change the order from item name rather than buy out per item. There we go. That would have been a mistake and a half. So let's buy out that lot. and then we'll buy that, and then we'll buy that at 62, and we'll take that. Okay, that's done. Clear that, collect up our purchases. Oh, you don't have an Alcoholic. Oh, to do all your characters, yeah, I can imagine it's quite a lot. And Kpetchi, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're having a lovely time. Just log into each alt when you got it so that it will add them up. Your main from Mop, since she's Pandaria and Mistweaver, but nice. Oh, your 448 played on main. Took a hiatus on this once between late Mop and late Legion. Wow, that is quite impressive. Thomas, good evening to you. I'm doing very well, thank you very much. Feeling safe at home. And Boogie Lips, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. You log 47 alts every day. That's a lot. It's just so much. Right. Back on. Do I make money with every profession? Greetings from Sweden. Greetings, Zcarlet. I don't do every profession. I still am missing dual crafting, engineering, and blacksmithing. I would like to get them before this expansion is out and before Shadowlands arrives. Fingers crossed, and with some decent planning, I should be able to get there, hopefully. Right, so let's see what we can actually make with what we've collected. Did I collect that from the mail? Yes, I did. Okay, so let's just go have a look. So we were just missing Expulsum, so that's going to be our main stumbling block here. Daddy, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Well, we've already spoken to you, actually, haven't we? Will there be streams during the week? There will, hopefully, creatives. We'll see what my schedule is like, but I'll try and aim for one on Tuesday and one on Thursday, if everything's working well. Greetings from Turkey. Stay at home, stay safe, healthy days. Thank you, Al-Karin. I hope everyone is safe and healthy at home. It's very, very strange times at the moment, indeed. Chumps McGee, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. The blacksmithing, mount floaties, and platform whetstones are some of your best sellers. Oh, okay, Blintron. How's the uncanny gear for you? Especially the weapons, I'm thinking, should be reasonable. 40 minutes have surely passed. Definitely. Thank you, Daddy. I'm way beyond that. I think we'll have to jump back onto Awakening before the hour's gone for sure. We'll make these drums. We'll make whatever uncanny gear we can before we run out of time. Before we run out of Expulsum. Probably that's too many leggings for us. So we'll have to drop that down to maybe 2. And let's take one off the waist guard each. We'll still need another 24 Expulsum. This is where I might need some extra marks of honour, because I don't think I've got all of the uncanny gear at rank 3. No, I'm missing some here. So we need some rank 3 uncanny gear to help with this. Definitely. Let's just take some of these down. How are we doing now? Still need another 12. Okay. We're not going to be able to make everything. The bow probably uses a fair amount. That uses 6. How are we doing now? We need 9. So I'm going to take maybe the male waistguard off and the male treads. Stick with the leather working for the moment. One more male gauntlets. Let's take those off. That should be enough for now. And then we'll have to make the rest later. Okay, Drums of Fury should still be making these. Let me just close that down and open it back up. Oh, we're missing some raw beast hide. Okay. I need to see if I can buy some more of that for the Drums of Fury. Missing stonehide leather. Okay. Missing some of that as well. Mygo03, thank you for the follow. Did I say thank you for the follow or on that Ret as well? If I didn't, thank you also for the follow. Letting Silas go to waste. I know, Rasheen, I'll jump back on it momentarily. Now I'm missing crag scale. Okay, so let's just finish this off. We haven't got a full list done, but let's get some done at least. So let's post this lot on. And we don't want to miss out on that Awakening Silas buff, so we'll need to save that for another time. we'll jump back onto that another time. Let's jump back onto Awakening, refresh the buff and log off again so that we've got that ready for next time. How many same gear are you crafting at once? Are you looking for all variation stats on the item? There's 4 to 5 different stats. I make 5 of any one, but I don't know which one I'm going to get when I make it, so I could get 5 of the same thing if I'm unlucky. Right, so we'll take that buff off and then we'll reapply it, and now we've got a full 10 minutes, and then we'll log off straight away, so we've got the 10 minutes ready for us next time. So that's good. That's collected. Let's jump over to Nadamas, because Nadamas is doing his vendor sales to try and get up some stock. So let's have a look on my horde side. Hi Toff, thank you very much for the follow. So I might need to farm, definitely. Learned time over as a farmer, mainly that mega servers are actually not that great. Oh, was that an answer for another one? Is war mode affects farming of herbs? It doesn't. I don't use war mode, so and I don't farm stuff. Next time. What do you mean next time? It will be the next time I've had some sales and I know which ones I need to restock up on. So I'll check it probably in the morning. Will be the next time. Right, we've got some expires. So Nadamas is making gold mainly just by doing vendor flips at the moment. We've got all the vendor items from the Brutosaur mount, and we're just buying them up and reselling them on. Plus we had a few extra things like the Tome of the Quiet Mind here and there. So we've managed to sell nylon thread, insulated wiring, Fusaka fresh potato, rough stone, copper ore. That was from that's not from the vendor things, and neither was a sea stalk. But 2,700 then. So we're basically just trying to get some basic capital here. We have dual crafting. The person who bought my bag hasn't contacted me. There's nothing more in the mail, so it looks like that gold is not going to go their way unless they respond to me, unfortunately. I will post on the rest of my stuff though. So with my vendor items, I have a restocking operation. So we use the groups here and the vendor sell. So anything that I've sold, I can just simply click this and I'll buy 200 of whatever's needed. Now I've already restocked on these things, so I haven't had any sales since I restocked. But let's pop those back on. See if we can get some sales. We've got some herbs and things going through. All of this is the vendor sell stuff. And then we've got some DB region bits and pieces for everything else. Some of this is below min price, so it's unlikely to sell. But we'll give it a go. Cost a fair amount in posting fees, so that's not something to forget for the moment. Vendor items, nice. Exactly, it's you never know in terms of gold making. There's always options. This is a horde character, so I don't have access to gold on any of things. So I'm going to see what I can make to very quickly try and gain some gold on this one. And on Chris, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. You had it on the and Sozim, thank you also for the follow. And did I miss one as well? Bexy, thank you also for the follow. Only way it affects farming is that you might have less competition since you're on another layer, but you not get more or less herbs. Yeah, definitely. I've been very well, thank you. How about yourself? I'm not going to do a lot on Nadamas tonight, I don't think. I don't think there's much in terms of things to do here. I mean, in terms of levelling up, I mean, we're only at 394. Actually, that's not too bad. And 56, Heart of Azeroth. We need to deal with Samadan. I want to get his cloak. I think we're fairly close to that. And Laugh 214, thank you also for the follow. In terms of gold making, we could also do with looking at El Morte. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at our character list. Pleased to hear it. And you're fine, thanks. Oh, excellent. Good to hear. So we've got a number of things we can do now in terms of our characters. It's just gone 9, so we can look at progressing some of our characters. We've got Samadan, who's doing quite well in... we're working on actually getting his item level up and getting his cloak and just turning into a better character overall, so we can, you know, learn to do mythic dungeons and learn a bit of the higher end of the game. We also have El Morte, my Death Knight, who's currently at 96. I'm running through the ward stuff, collecting up treasures. I'd really like to get him ideally up to level 120 so I can pick up blacksmithing. So I think I'll do this for a little bit next, because this will be useful to make use of the 100% XP buff. We've got Draft of the 10 lands. I've been using Azeroth Autopilot to help with the questing, and help with the finding of the treasures and things like that. I think I was in the middle of doing a bonus objective last time I was on here. I played for a little bit one of the nights. So let's head over to where I was, which was over this area. I was doing this bit. I've got a couple of things I can hand in here or sort out though, so I'm going to pick up where I left off first. Let's do that. Let's fly back to where I was. I didn't think someone just reset the auction house on most flasks. All yours have sold out. Oh, it's nice when that happens, certainly. So we're going to go over here. We have to do the quest part, Hills of Valen. We've done most of this, I think, I believe, but we have got the bonus objective to do. Error missing quest 34496. I think that's because it's been done. That's probably why it's gotten confused. Do the quest part. Yeah, I did all of that last time. I was doing the bonus objective though. That was the main one. So I'm just going to ignore that. I'm going to have to skip this for a bit. You had to AFK. Did I get the size swap? I did. I rebuffed it, so we're all good there. Thank you. So where am I? I could hand this in now as I fly past, but I'm going to just keep on going for the moment. I need to get this reset up. So the bonus objective was to get the Hills of Valen. There we go. Now we've picked it up. Okay, let's help out here. Kill one of those, and then we can go and get some more. Now usually, oh there we are, they're hidden. Sorry, I didn't mean to death grip that away from you. How rude of me. There we go. It tallies a total next day, next time we have a total. Okay, that'll be excellent. Let's go over... Now there's usually some of these around, hidden in the areas. Oh no, we need to go back into there. Hidden around the hills, if I remember correctly. I've got enough of those, but I don't have these. Let's do these then. And just watch out for them doing their spinny thing. There we go. And then hit them on the other side. Need 10 of 12 of those. Oh, it's lagged out again. It did this to me last time. Just gonna wait for this to come through. We'll eventually get there. Is it smart to leave one material on the auction house so that the price doesn't skyrocket, assuming you need more of the material that is? It's not a bad idea, just to keep the price where you might want it, and that way you can come back and someone else will probably either match that price or undercut it. Done that, turn round. I don't want those lot to accidentally aggro. I don't think they will. But just in case I do some crazy area of effect thing. Right, where are some more of these things? There's the bird. have I got? Did I get all of them actually? I need one more shaded planestalker. Just check the edges. I have to go back this way. And then check. Here's one. Take that one, and then we can do this quite easily. Just switch to a frost spec. I should. I have enjoyed trying other specs. We tried frost spec is two-handed weapons. No, single-handed weapons, isn't it? And I've only got the one. There we go. That's that done. That's done. And now we can follow this and get the treasure for each of the things. There's some ore over here that I might just pick up for some XP more than the actual price of the ore. And we've still got 30 minutes left on our draft of the 10 lands. So let's go find these treasures. We've got handy notes to tell me where the treasures are when I get them. Used 2 accounts, have done so for many years. These 2 days are spread across them. Recently reactivated 3 other accounts in the past month. Wow, that's quite a lot. Blood is great for leveling. I do enjoy it. I do enjoy being more tank spec, especially as I don't think I play particularly optimally. Right, where's that? That's a big egg. That's easy enough. Pick up that treasure. I mean, 49,000 gold XP is huge. So we'll use Azeroth Autopilot to help locate these. Is that one here already? Looks like it is. That's 27,000. Oh, I've come out of rested XP now. So that was what was that was about as well. So let's go around here. I did try Unholy, didn't I? That wasn't too bad. I got used to that fairly quickly. This is so much easier with flying. Okay, now we return to waypoint. So go over this way. And then we've got some quest parts to do after that. You level up your new characters to learn dual crafting, but only restocking and selling on your main. Yeah, I mean, I would really like to have enough characters for every profession. Definitely. Okay, there's another bonus objective here. What's this one? Iridescent Egg, Arcane Anomaly, the Shimmer Maw. We do have that here, actually. So let me just go in. This waypoint's probably taking me off somewhere. What's this one for? What do we need to do here? Okay, Arcane Anomaly. Oh, we just missed that one. Let's do one over here. No, I'm pressing the wrong thing. There we go. Like that. That's better. So, one of 8 Arcane Anomalies. Okay. It's spinning out of the way. Let's try and get this one. Come back. I'll try and death grip it. Target is tapped. Oh, okay. Interesting. Can't death grip it. Oh, Mozzeltov, thank you very much for subbing for two months. Thank you very much, Mozzeltov. That's incredibly kind of you. Hold on. Let's just give you loads of bucks. How are you and your family? I hope you're doing well. Thanks ever so much for stopping by. I missed that one. Got to 106 from 98, the end of the intro quest. Is that for a demon hunter, is it? Bonus objectives in water are insane. They are amazingly fast. Should say 6, but we're all good. We're surviving. That's good to hear, Mozzeltov. Iridescent eggs, I need these. And arcane anomalies. Let's get another one. Deal with that. Do the rain freeze, interrupt him. I need to put that on. What we were discussing, interrupts on R, or was it interrupts on Q? I can't remember. R, I think, is a good one. It was on a demon hunter. Okay. Got that. We'll get the eggs whilst we're here. Seem to be around here anyway. And then we seem to go over this way. It's so peaceful here. It doesn't feel like we should be in combat all the time. we need 14 of these eggs. That's going to take us a little while. What else do we need to get? Nether binder slain. Oh, there you are. There's one. You're on the list. Okay, you're all done. That was quick. And then anomalies and the eggs. Let's head... Oh, there's another anomaly. Let's take that one. There we go. Demon Hunter. Interrupts are always on mouse button 4 for you. If I had a mouse button 4, I might use it for the same. I have a mouse button 1, 2 and middle. That's all I have. Alright, lots of anomalies here, so that's good. Make use of those. Yeah, that definitely shouldn't be there. That should be, at least if anything, over here. That would be easier, at least if nothing else. And then we can at least do this. I mean, I don't know if me doing these leveling and stuff is the sort of thing you want on a stream. Let me know if there's other things that would be... Oh, I didn't really mean to be getting that one again. Let's just move out of the way. I don't really need to kill you twice. Let's head out over this one. You're loving it. Okay, excellent. Good to know. It's relaxing. That's good to know. I'm never sure when I'm doing things like this whether it's of the same vein as doing like the gold making and things like that. But as long as you're all having fun, then that's the main thing. Let's take one of these, because I'm certainly having fun doing all of this. Do this, do that, do this. I'll go through there. 5. I do seem to be reasonably powered with our heirlooms. There's probably more I could do. But for now we're alright. So bonus objectives, we need more eggs in this area really. There's some anomalies. Oh, there's an egg there actually. There's plenty around here. I saw an anomaly around here. Yep, there it is. I'll just get ready with my interrupt if I need to do it. There it is. We've done that. Is there a way to reset all your crafting report values formulas to default? Resetting a TSM, though, on its own option doesn't seem to be doing the trick. That's a tricky one. I don't know if there is. Ask in the TSM Discord, on the WoW Economy Discord perhaps, but I've not... Yeah, I'm not sure whether you can reset those individually. It would be useful. That's for sure. If you can fly where you're questing, flying around Draenor and getting shinies, treasures is much faster. Yeah, it is. It is a lot faster, Navel. I'm just following Azeroth Autopilot, and doing these bonus objectives does make it really easy for the moment. I can't quite see what I need there. Let's move that down. Oh, that's probably the wrong place. I need another 6 eggs next, so let's just go fly around and get some eggs. They should be... There's one. Should be easy enough to find, so we'll go for that. Andy is mad, thank you very much for the follow. Oh, is that an egg? Yes, it is an egg. Avoid all of that. That one, oh, don't want that. Let's try and get these eggs without aggroing. Should be easier. There's some other stuff here. I managed to aggro 2 instead. Okay, that's fair enough. Let's deal with these, and then I can mine and I can do the egg at the same time. got some extras now. I've got mothlings now on top of me. That's probably down to AoEs of some kind. Facing the wrong way doesn't help. Do all of these. What are some good add-ons that will help me with making gold? How complicated would you like to go? Because the one and obvious add-on is Trade Skill Master, TSM. I would recommend that one above any others. Although in terms of add-ons, you don't necessarily need a lot. Just using the standard auction house, you can make gold that way. The standard interface that comes with Blizzard, especially now that it's had the revamp. But Trade Skill Master is the de facto one to use because it makes so much more of the gold making process quick and easy. If you do want to learn about that, the Worth It add-on by Dallar GG is another good call, actually, Zekartlet. That would be good for if you're wanting to learn about what farms for you might be profitable. You do need to have TSM installed to use that, though, because it uses the TSM pricing data. If you want to learn about TSM, I have a YouTube series all about learning TSM. If you follow that, that will hopefully give you some clues as to what TSM is about and how to use it. Let me go down this way, collect up another egg. There's another one over there. Oh, there we go. That's 14. 185,000 gold XP, and level 97. And we've unlocked Skyreach as well. So we need to go get some treasure next. Let's go do that. Is also pilot the box on the left? Yes. Get the treasure. This is also giving me this line up here, and it's giving me the dots on the map here. It's a bit like Zygor, except it's free. So that's a definite bonus. It seems to be working quite well for the garrison side of things. All right, where's the treasure here? Where's it hidden? Oh, it's this great big shiny thing. That's obvious. Angry beehive. I'm in combat apparently. Let's just help out here. Help them out there, and then I can clear out of this. 180k gold for a level, that would be nice. Yeah, it would. Thank you, Mimiji. And Page Turner, thank you very much for the follow. All uncanny gear on your server is a 0.3 sale rate. Is that low, or are you just looking at the wrong item to craft? I think uncanny gear is relatively slow selling on most servers, but if you can get some a good chunk of them, then you should be all right. Yeah, I mean that's not low. It is reasonable. 0.3 should be all right for the moment, certainly for such a pricey item. Yeah, that's a good point actually. Given the price of it. Oh, we've got more burial fields now and treasures to get. So let's do the treasures first. Where's this one? Is it on top or is it at the bottom? It's at the bottom. Oh, we're in combat, that's fine. What do we need to do? Void turned things. Press that, press that. I need to move this. I need to move this out somewhere. There we go. Move that off to the left. That's easier. Not paying attention here. There we go. That's better. Then I can go this one. Also, cell rights are separate for the of the fever flare and so on and stuff. Are they different for each one? I didn't realise that one. Thank you, Happiest. Right, treasures. Where are the treasures? Ah, that suddenly appeared. That was weird. Next one over here. Bet this is down. Ah, there it is, around the side. Let's try that again. Getting lots of XP for this. 80 yards for the next one. I think I'm following the same character who's doing the same thing. There we go. I might be mistaken, but I seem to remember reading it somewhere. Probably. And this treasure. Wow, there's loads of treasures all in one place. Alright, do the quest part, which is Which area? Where's the quest part? For the bonus objective, Burial Fields, Shadow Moon, Void Priestess, Orc Spirit Slain, and Phantom Pearl Husk. Right, these are all, if I remember correctly, in different areas. Phantom, that's one of them. So we'll start with that. It's easy enough. Do that. Nidavelia, thank you very much for the follow. Sorry if I got your name wrong, but thank you very much for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. It's a fine evening. We're just going through doing some levelling on my Death Knight here. Having a load of fun. There we go, that's one of them down. And lots of people out levelling tonight. It would look like it. Shadow Moon, Void Priestess, you're on the list. Make sure I interrupt. It's not ideal being there on the interrupt. I should put it down as an actual button. I think R might be quite good actually. Looking at the way I've got my hand over the keys. There we go. Okay, I can interrupt that fairly well. So if I were to put, say, an interrupt was to be on here for R, would that be a good place to put it? I actually probably want to put it over here. So Mind Freeze R. So that is, where is that on the action bar? Let's have a quick look. Interface, key bindings, action bar. Go into combat. Should really go to a safe place before you start fiddling with your interface. R is your interrupt and F is your crowd control. Use F yourself. Yeah, F isn't too bad actually. I can see how that would be useful. W, A, S, D and R there, yeah. I'll try R. R seems to be about right where my hand is mainly hovering, I would say. I just need to get myself into a safe place. Actually, we'll just stay here for now. Doesn't matter if we aggro things. Key bindings, action button. Now, which button is that? That's multi-action bar. So E is here. So that's number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that one we make R. Chat reply function is now unbound. That's fine. I don't think I use chat reply. Return to game. There we go. We can try that as my interrupt. Because I've got Q as my mount. That's probably not ideal. But it works for the moment. Saw a node over there a minute ago. Must have gone. Looks like there's been lots of people levelling here. Lots of these are gone. There's a node now. I'll mine that whilst I'm here. I'm going to go into each of these different circles, I think, and kill the relevant things, like that one. And that needs to be on a keybind as well. There we go, E5. Oh, interrupt. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Oh, I've got an extra one, that's good. Got extra ones helping me out as well, which will always make it interrupt. Yeah, I like R being interrupt. That seems to fit. Control C for mount. Control. I might be better off using Shift. Shift might be better for me. There's a spirit, we can get one of those. Oh, we've got a Void Torn Kalari as well. Didn't really mean to add one of those in, but we might as well. There we go. Use the button for mount. That's F for mount. Okay, we've got a lot of different options here. Right, there's another priestess. Yeah, I think I need to do priestesses. Still. Void priestess, 3 of 6. Okay, it's worth doing these bonus objectives, definitely. There isn't a easy way to reset them, so manually it is. Ouch. Sorry, Kalari. That's a bit of a bind, that one. I guess if you copy and paste the default one in, will it then take it as default, I wonder? Or will it now think that that is a specific version of the default? I'm not sure. Yeah, an extra mouse button would be very useful at this point. I've been looking into... what is that? Is that Darkcaster? That's not what I want. War-torn spirit. I need those elephant things. No. Or I need to just take one of those. Come on, over we go. Oh, I'm clicking the wrong one, that's why. There we go. That's better. Now I can interrupt. Oh, a lot of stuff going on here all at once. They're all after me. Oh, this is bad. I'm going to have to move out of the way here a little bit. That hurts a lot. What's my button? There we go. My help button. Ouch, that hurt a lot. I'm just going to move out somewhere a bit safer. Let's just fly off somewhere. There we go. Let's go a little bit safer there. Okay. Lycam, good evening to you. This week has been incredible for crafting. You went to your first million last Sunday to nearly your second today. Quarantine plus words of wisdom and sales are ridiculous. Oh, that's fantastic news. I'm glad you're making the most of it. Do you know if there's any limit on how much you can have in your mailbox? I was thinking of creating a couple of thousand of tie spray pants. We're not sure how many mailbox can handle. It can handle it, but as Blizzard will tell you, the mailbox is not intended for storage. All right, let's try another one of these, a little bit more delicately, perhaps, and then we can use this to heal up a little bit, perhaps. With this blood thing, that seems to be a good option. It's kind of like one of those characters you have to do damage to heal yourself. Self-healing on a Blood Death Knight is always good. There we go. Let's carry on. Let's just take it a little bit more carefully, I think. Okay, now I can focus on that a little bit better. Didn't mean to click that. There we go. Oh, there's one. Come on here. Over here. There we go. Oh, what did I miss there? I'll catch up on chat in a moment. I just need to concentrate on this because I've got other things nearby me that's going to kill me. There we go. There's 5. There's one more. I'll do this one more. There we go. Right in the middle. Okay. I guess we can do all of them. Let's try. This could be bad. This could be easy. Oh, we're okay actually. Nice. Do the calves count? It's 2 of 3. I don't think they will count, will they? Oh no, they do. They do count. I wasn't expecting that. And so we're left with Orc Spirit Slain and 2 Shadow Moon Void Priestesses. Orc Spirits. That counts as a Orc Spirit. We'll do one of those. That should be good. Sorry, I missed a whole load of stuff in the chat. I'll get back and catch up on it as soon as I've done this. I do apologise. That click. That's 6 of 6 of those, and then Shadow Moon Void Priestess. Okay, Mimi G, thank you ever so much for stopping by. Hope to see you again soon. And Glorious Stats kind of best in stock for chest heirlooms. That is a good one, definitely. You watch your videos on YouTube and just want to say thank you. You made 3,500 in 5 seconds today by using TSN's vendor price checking, which that's up. Excellent, Johnny Depth. I'm glad it was useful to you. And welcome to the wonderful world of gold making. Right, what do we need to do here? Void Priestesses. This is on my list. Yeah, I find that R for interrupt is very, very handy. I need to set up a macro for my number 4 though. So it's on my mouse cursor. I know we had one of those before. Five of 6, should be one more. There's one over there. There we go. Level 98. Wow, this is going through very fast. I'm at 4 minutes left on my draft of the 10 lands, so we're doing really well here. It still sorts the defaulted custom setting under custom price, but I guess the value is still back to default. Okay, Sarah. Thanks for checking it out. Your main server is kind of a disaster in terms of players, especially since most of your guildies as one of the only raiding guilds emigrated to another server. So it's kind of left your server a bit bereft of players, has it? That's unfortunate. A couple more treasures here. So we're well on our way to 100 at this rate. Down in here it looks like. We'll get that. Next treasure. Is it another treasure? Yeah, over here. This is so much quickly. Have you bound? It's left from 1. I don't have that symbol on my keys, but I know the one for me it's tilde, which I don't think does anything for me at the moment. It looks useful though, definitely. The observatory has a treasure somewhere. Am I getting a treasure? Yes, get treasure around here. I can't see it. Is it up high? Which one is it? Over here. I see it. There we go. Okay, next part. Star chart done. Do quest part. A hero's welcome. Before you go over 98, that gave me a shock there. Hero appeared. Go to Garrison and get the other XP pot. It costs 100 resources. Oh, okay. Well, we're not too far. We can fly there. Let me just pick up that, and then let's go. Yeah, let's go back to the garrison. We'll do that now. I could hearth back, but it's not that far to fly. I'm nearly there. Then we can head back over there. Thank you, Prospanker, for that one. It's going to be useful. Keep in mind you're playing Mistweaver as your main buys of the scroll wheel. Yes, you do that, don't you, Rose? That key is something else on UK keyboards. It's the tilde to the left of the 1. Use it for death grip on your death knight. Yeah, death grip would be quite useful. It's a bit of a stretch for me to reach it, actually. I have to go up a little bit with my main finger on W as I'm moving forward. Right, just head on over here, find my garrison. So what's this this other potion thing used called? Is it only available at 98? Let's have a look. Because we need to sort this out actually. Let's do this. What do we need to do? Town Hall. Town Hall upgrade. Cost 200. We've got 800. That's fine. More plots. There we go. Okay. And lots of people with mouse binds and don't understand at all. Right. Okay. So garrison is up a bit better. That's good. And next thing, we don't want to fly there at this stage. Now, where is the person going to be? We have to go inside now. Guild emissary, innkeeper. Hand this in, I guess. Ignore that. Can we make anything? We've got barracks, town hall. What would be useful at this stage? I guess a trading post would be useful. That would be good. Small wise. I'm thinking for the future. I'm thinking something for blacksmithing, really. The forge, blacksmithing items and work orders would be useful. That cost me 50 resources. And then we could unlock the other stuff at a later stage. Medium's there, we've got the barracks already. The inn would be useful. We'll wait till we get to rank 3 for that, I think. So that cost 900 resources and 300 gold. Okay, we'll do that one. Outside, to my left, potion costs 100 garrison points. So don't spend them all. Okay, thank you very much. Alpha Donut. Let's go have a look. Oh, I'm used to the level 3 garrison, so it's slightly different layout. Outside to the left, Shadow in Exile. That's the Battle Pet Master. That's slightly different layout to what I'm used to here. What have we got this side? Garrison Quartermaster. I bet you're it. Okay, so standard user interface will be easier here. Let's get rid of our bags for now. Got rush orders, scouting missive, excess potion of accelerated learning. Experience gains from killing monsters and completing quests increased by 20%. Lasts an hour. Does not function above level 99. Aha. The other left, thank you. Okay, we also need the draft of the 10 lands. So let's get one of those. Inventory is full. Wow, okay. Let's get rid of some junk. I've got a load of stuff here I need to clear out. I could do with going to the bank and getting rid of some of this stuff as well. I need to go through this in a bit more detail, but I'll leave that for now because we're running out of time. So I'll do that. I'll get one of those. So now I can do one of those potions and one of those potions, and they should stack accelerated learning and draft of 10 lands. And then we can carry on with our questing. Well, we probably need to just kick these off first. Where's the... oh, that's building first. I'll come back in a little bit for those. Okay, so now, which direction do we need to go? We need to go out of this zone so we can get our arrow back. And then we'll hopefully be able to get that sorted. Really hoarding those spirits of harmony. I know, I need to make some more living steel out of them. That's my next target there. So, hand in quest, pick up test. Pick up quest, a hero's welcome. Should get us going for at least the last 10 minutes. See if we can get ourselves up to 99 if we can. That would be awesome. Let's just avoid that slightly. It's so much easier having flying in this zone. Right, there we go. Ashex, thank you very much for the follow. Hand in over here. This way.
Light's blessing to you.
There we go. Then come over here. That one. Then follow the arrow. It's so much quicker just being able to follow these through. Go to waypoint, and then we've got some treasures to collect. That's the next lot. Thanks for referencing your post in a weekly round. No problem, Ashakes. Glad you could stop by, and thank you for the follow. It was a very, very good wrap up, so thank you for sharing it. Let's try one of these. Get the treasure from this, and congratulations on your longboy. Have you bought it now? That would be my next question. You showed a lot of restraint not buying it straight away. But congratulations nonetheless, that was awesome. Not yet. Well, in anticipation of you, mysterious flank, might as well get that. In anticipation of you getting it, here's a whole load of longboys. There we go. Ashes here, collect those. Is there anything else inside here? 56 yards over there. I think I might have to come out of here and go over there. Let's go over this way. Oh no, is it inside or outside? No, this is an ore. We don't need this one. Sillet Jack, thank you very much for the there is no loot. That's an interesting one. Thank you very much for the follow. And Nezid, thank you also for the follow. What's my goal for this alt? Basically, this is going to be my blacksmith. I need to go back inside here, I think. Or do I need to go in a different one? Maybe. Let's try this. So this is currently my alchemist. My alchemist and miner. But it's my second alchemist. I've already got one on Awakening, so rather than having two, one was going to be a potions master, one was going to be a transmute master. I was thinking about having a second 120 alchemist that would be available for a second stab at the Silas proc, but I think that's too much work, and because I've still got professions to do, I would like to get blacksmithing, at least BFA blacksmithing, up and running. So we go in here. Let's try all of these whilst we're here. Must not buy. You just crossed the 2 million mark. Excellent. Congratulations, Rose. That's fantastic. Very hard not to spend the gold on on gems. It's one of the things of being a gold maker is being able to restrain yourself when possible when you're saving things. Life has taught me an absurd amount of patience. Exactly. I think that's a good lesson to have. Right, okay, so next is over here. Do I have to go through all of these? Looks like maybe I can dodge some of these. 12 yards. Which side are you? Oh, you're there, you're hiding. Lots of treasures here. I think I'm going to have to pull these. I'll do these whilst I'm here. Wow, we're so quick. We're already very close to level 99 here. This has gone so quickly. I don't think Legion is going to be as quick. I guess if I could do invasions, that would be useful. You just passed 1.6 million. Alani mounts are selling like warm bread on your server. Oh, fantastic. Glad they're working out for you. That's the wrong button. That's the right button. So we're going in here. Let's do this one. There's basically treasure in each of these rooms, which is really handy. And we get to kill things at the same time. Spirit Wolf, if you are Night Elf, don't forget to toss Shadow Meld Racial on your bar when you've time. It can save you in rough times. Ah, good idea. So, like before when I was running away, I might have been better off using that. Shadow Meld. Let's have a look for that. I'll put that in my emergency section down here. That'll be racial, I guess. Shadow Meld. Activate to slip into the shadows, reducing the chance of enemies to detect your presence. Lasts until cancelled or upon moving. Okay, so I have to stand still. Okay. I could try it. Give that a go. Thank you, Spirit Wolf. Chavdar, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Aura Warrior, good night to you. Thanks ever so much for stopping by. Okay, we're doing really well here. I think we're almost done on this lot. It works like Vanish. Ah, okay. Waypoint here and then down. Essence of Shadow. Is that what I want to do? Are you inside there? Do I go further down? Let's go look down. Yes. There we go. This is where I want to be. See it sparkling in the distance. These are all evading. Okay, that's slightly annoying. Let's just move out of the way. Seeing as they seem to be stuck, we'll leave those to their own devices. And we'll just run around them. They may... I may struggle with them being in combat though. Oh no, now they've teleported. Something very weird going on there. I'm still in combat though, so I'm going to have to... Where's the next treasure? Let's go around this way. Just going to run for it instead. Oh, Shadow Meld, I could use that, couldn't I? There we go. Good call. Good test of it. In here? Yes. That's another one. Oh, we're so close. So close to getting a next level up. See if I can get that. Yeah, I can see how it's very handy. See if I can get this before the stream finishes. Right, okay. That's so close to leveling up. 268 yards. Get the next treasure. It's not for scary mobs, it's a workaround to wow bugs. I can see that. And level 99. Fantastic. So I will... There's stuff I could do around here, but I'm going to actually go back to my garrison so I can get some rested XP. But this is going so fast. Absolutely amazing. Thanks for the awesome stream. When next you see me, you'll be Brutosaur Rich and Gold Pool. Everyone have a safe and happy week. You too, Lizelle. Good luck with buying your Brutosaur. Congratulations on that one, certainly. Pre-congratulations, should I say. Going to hit the halfway point next week. Fist bump, definitely, Rose, for your second Brutosaur, don't forget. Right, okay. So, I think that is probably me about done for tonight. I'm just going to quickly log out of El Morte because I don't want to waste the timers on these buffs we've got here. And we'll just stay on the login screen. Want to say a big, massive thank you to everyone who's hung out in the stream tonight. All your subs, cheers, and general support and just being here has been absolutely amazing. So thank you all. I will next be on. I'm going to try and do another one on Tuesday. And, oh, congratulations, Silent Mouse as well. I will try to do another one on Tuesday night and another one on Thursday night, all things being well. But we'll have to see what happens with everything else in the week. Let's see if we can find someone to throw a raid over to. Now we did... now we have Spaiety is on I haven't done Spatey in a long while, so we'll throw a raid over to her, assuming she's on okay. She's gold making and multi-boxing. So we'll send some love over to her. So we'll carry on the gold making theme. Slash raid. Spatey. There we go. We're off to Spatey. Going to send her some loves. Send her some Samadan chef's hats and Brutusaurs. I'll try and pop in there for a little bit. So until next time that I see you, have a lovely week. Stay safe, stay healthy, and have fun in Azeroth. And I will see you again very soon, hopefully. So for myself and the cats who didn't make it tonight, we'll bid you good night, and let's send a raid over to Spatey. There we go, and raid.